name and just keep going on and on. We have in-state guys from Arkansas State, from Henderson, and just all around town. So it's just, I pat myself on the back, I'll say that.
And I guess that leads me into my final question for you. The motto going into today's game, into the season overall, what do you want to leave us with? You got to tell us what it says on the back of your shirt.
Do more, say less. Always. Actions over words.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maya, for those great interviews. Really, we got some good insight from the Eau Claire head coach, Tay Brooks, and also the Hot Springs coach, Bones Bagante. While we're gearing up here, I do got to say, one Hot Springs player I'm looking forward to watching is Cody Beck, number 2. Watch him, the defensive lineman, also the offensive lineman. A lot of these guys, they have to work second jobs.
Go both ways.
They got to work second jobs, too, Tim. They got to work second jobs. This guy's second job, he's an MMA fighter.
Oh, God.
I think you might want to watch your mouth a little bit. I don't know if you want to start trash talking that guy. That should be a fun one to watch. He's a local guy, too, from the Arkansas area. So it should be a fun one. We got the lights dimming down. We got all the boxes filled here at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Just a little bit of electricity in the air.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think everybody's excited to see, probably a lot of these people have never been live to a arena football game. I think they're going to be surprised at how in your face it really is, And, one side of the stadium is up a little higher than other. So I think there's going to be a little different experiences, but at the same time, I think this is going to be great for everybody.
We're looking around. It doesn't seem like there's really a bad seat in the house.
No.
It's a great stadium they have built here in Hot Springs, great for Arkansas. The Eau Claire Axemen and the Hot Spring Wiseguys will come out on top. I don't know just yet, but we're going to have more coverage coming up at halftime and postgame also.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. I'm just as excited as these kids. I'm just not going to take any hits tonight, though. I'm trying not to.
Hopefully not. We never
almost
know. We
did yesterday.
That happened yesterday. But Steve Henson has got you covered with the play-by-play for today's game, and we're going to see you at halftime with more analysis. For Riley Underwood, Tim Brown, thanks you so much for joining us. Enjoy the game. We'll see you later.
Welcome to the Arena League. This is football reimagined. Not your great-grandpa's slow-motion Sundays. This is 7-on-7. It's fast. It's loud. Every play is pressure. Every yard is earned. 2025 brought the upgrades. 20-second play clock. No punts. No breaks. Live walls. And yeah, they hit. QBs now have a run lane. Step out. That's a flag. Everyone's eligible except the center. Touchdowns are 6. Then choose 1 from the 5 or 2 from the 10. Kickoffs are different here. We throw it all, and it's gotta fly 40 yards. And if it hits the stands, take that puppy home. No other league does it like this. New rules, new era. We're growing fast and hitting harder. This is the Arena League, the most entertaining league in sports. And your moment starts now.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game. It's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
All right, good evening and welcome to Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena here in beautiful Hot Springs, Arkansas, home of the Hot Springs Wiseguys. I'm Steve Henson, along with my broadcast partner, Tyler Chenault. Thanks for joining us here on the Natural State Sports Network. Tyler, I'm excited for this one, man. It's been, we argued it a little bit. We had to go find the dates, but it's been 15 years since arena football was in Arkansas. And tonight they bring it back to the small city.
Yeah, I mean, see, first you said 25, and I was like, I'm not that old. I remember watching it, and if I was 6 at that time, I wouldn't remember a whole lot. But we were close. It's crazy. I'm excited to be here. I think we're going to see some real good football with 2 brand new teams to this league today, the Axemen and the Wiseguys. We got a whole show going on out here. We got the mobsters down on the field. I mean, you've got that hot spring atmosphere, and it's starting to fill up in here too. It's exciting.
You know, I'm impressed. Give the fans a ton of credit. Obviously, these folks have shown up in mass here tonight. And it is filling up quick. Lower bowl across from us is obviously full. We've got a great contingent of folks behind us. As you see the teams getting ready to come in, about ready to come in. We had a coin flip. And to your point, Tyler, they have done a great job. Chris Goodman, the rest of the staff here with the Wiseguys have done a fantastic job in embracing the history of the mob here in Hot Springs. And you see it with the name of the Wiseguys as the Hot Springs Wiseguys get ready to make their way out onto the field. And they are led by quarterback Jordan Ambrose,
who Coach Bones said Jordan, he's an IFL guy. He knew him at his previous job, another indoor football league. I guess a similar to this but different. So he brought him down here with him to the Arena League. Got to make sure we say that right. It is the Arena League,
That's
not
right.
the Arena Football League. We're
Yes.
the good one, from what I understand, right? You said we got the Wiseguys. They really bought into what Hot Springs is, and I think that's something that it's also going to get the fans to buy in a lot as well.
Well, and you see, obviously, very interactive here. This is a league that wants to immerse itself within the fans and let the fans immerse themselves in the action. They were talking about earlier, don't talk or touch the players unless they come talk and touch you.
Yeah.
So you're going to see guys go over walls. You're going to see guys flying all over the place. And the beautiful Oaklawn gaming area over here on the end. This is just going to be a lot of fun, and it's been really neat to watch this take shape here over the last couple days.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, with stuff like this, it's a smaller league, obviously. If you get the fans to buy in, and that's what they said if the ball ends up in the stands, one of the only leagues, right, that you get to keep the ball. So if you can fight for it and catch it, you're going to get to keep that ball. So they're just wanting to make sure the fans are a part of it. The fans feel like it's worth coming to. A lot of things, right, it's easier to watch it on TV, watch what you're doing right now. But if they can get you to come in here and stay, that's something that's really big with this league.
Yeah, that's the big key. You guys make sure you go over to Fan Club, download the app, and get your experience started there. Should be a QR code. I'm not sure we're going to have that tonight, but head over to fanclub.com and check out all the great stuff there as we get ready for our throw-off here in just a few minutes. Again, I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault here on the Natural State Sports Network as well as on the Fan Club app. We appreciate you guys watching us there. And we wait for the mobster car to make its way off of our turf. And it's neat, too. I should have asked the history. I do not believe there's ever been any sort of football game played inside this building. I've been here many times for basketball, but never once have I stood inside this building for a football game. And it is a compact, fun environment, and it's going to get loud. I'm sweating already.
Yeah, I've seen basketball. I've seen a bunch of cheer competitions as of late, last couple of years in this arena, but no football. We were able to walk down on the field, and it's a different feel, right? It's not the same as what we see as football, but it's something that I think is really fun. They're trying to get it moving quick. There's some different rules that you won't see, and we'll kind of touch on those as we move throughout the game. But one that I thought was interesting that we talked about is just how the quarterback can run the ball, but the quarterback has to be between the running lane, which is the hashes on your field, when he crosses the line of scrimmage. So you can't roll out and then tuck it and run as the quarterback. You have to pass the line of scrimmage in between those two hashes, so watch for that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that piece of it. This is a league that lends itself to a lot of points, a lot of offense. We saw some of that last night. I think had a couple of games get into the 70s and 80s. It's a fast pace, which Coach Bones, he loves the fast pace. This is a guy that has at every stop brought dynamic offenses from his times in college all the way through the IFL amongst other stops. And so I'm excited just to see what that product's going to look like when they get out there on the field.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they got the running clock and everything, so they're going to be moving fast. They don't want to waste time. Want to get as many snaps as they can, get as many points as they can. And it looks like we're going to the national anthem.
To perform our national anthem, let's show our pride, Wiseguys style.
All right, welcome back as at our national anthem. And by the mobster singers down there, did a great job. And so speaking of, I want to say a huge thanks to our friends over at DeLuca's for providing our pregame crew meal. So although, Tyler, I didn't get much of it. By the time I got up here, everybody else had done taking it.
Yeah, it went quick. Here it comes.
So that's the boss there as she brings her brings folks out for our coin toss before our throw-off. Again, no kicking in this league. Kickoffs will be a throw-off.
The ceilings are too low. You can't kick in here, right?
We saw somebody kick it earlier while we were in here. They kicked it right off the scoreboard.
The horses are at the starting gate.
Again, very appropriate as we get things going here. And again, Tyler, I'm excited just to see this this style of football, and I think the fans are going to love it. And this should be some exciting stuff here out on our field tonight.
Yeah, it's different, and it's different than the Twisters were. Like, it's not even the same as we had whenever the Twisters were in town. Went back and watched some of their games from last year. It's quicker. There's one offensive lineman that blocks. They don't have the three linemen like you had with the Twisters and all. So it's going to be different. It's something that we haven't seen before, but something that's exciting. We know everybody loves offense. They loves points going up on the board, and that's what you're going to see in a league like this.
So, Tyler, what do you think? I mean, you've been on the sidelines for some games as a coach, and what do you think the nerve feeling is right now? Your two inaugural teams walking out here for the first time and putting on this show in front of a crowd that, again, is impressive. Where do you think the nerves are for these two teams right now?
And the thing about it, with the range of players that we've got some guys that played Division I football. We've got guys that played at Illinois. We've got guys that played in the XFL and the CFL. Those guys, they're probably just fine. It's another day at the office for guys like that. But then we've got guys that they played in high school, locally. They played at like Henderson State, and that's about it. So this is their first taste of professional football. So you're going to have a range of it, but it's crazy. Once the ball is thrown off, though, none of that matters. It's all out the door. They're just playing ball, and that's what they know to do. That's what they love to do, and they're just doing what they love.
Football is football. It may be a different color football, maybe a little smaller field, but you're right. It's once you throw it off, you just come out and play. And so, and you got to think, too, some of these, it's a 7-on-7 type game, basically.
And they've done that. You do 7-on, that's been big, especially during off season. 7-on-7 is going on every week right now in the state of Arkansas. Any of the high school teams right now, you pick any day out of the week, Monday through Thursday. Most of them take Friday off. You could probably go find a 7-on-7 game for high school teams.
Yeah, it's everywhere right now. And I was talking to some friends the other day, my buddy Scott Cobb over at Truman Ball and Associates Realtors, and he was telling me that his son, who plays for a local high school, is headed out to. They start all their 7-on-7 stuff this week, like in earnest. They're rolling. So
then we got the Shootout of the South.
Yeah,
I mean, it's one of the biggest 7-on-7 tournaments not in the state, but in the United States. We got people from Texas and everything come down to that. So they played this before. It's just playing ball. Go out there, do your job, do what you do, and have fun. Bring the energy, right? As
That's
Coach
right.
Bones says.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Early on, you're talking to Coach Bones. I don't know that he's heard too many of our broadcasts, so he wasn't aware quite of the energy that we like to bring. And I hope you guys, obviously our Natural State sports friends will be here with us, but I hope you guys have found us now that I think we had some issues. Throw off ready as that one put into play by Kendall Fowler, going to be caught here by the Wiseguys. Across the 10 goes DeWandrick Crockett, and he'll be spilled at the 11-yard line, and that's where the first snap for the Wiseguys ever will come.
Ever. And you saw, Steve, you saw it on that play. You've got dudes hitting. You've got dudes throwing dudes to the ground. Like, this is real football. Don't get it messed up because there's 7 guys, because it looks like 7-on-7, that they're just going to throw it around. Dude's going to get hit now. Dude's going to get pushed into the walls. Dude's going to go over the walls. I mean, you've got big boy football going on right now.
All right, so Jordan Ambrose at quarterback. He's got number 3, Ivan Mertellus, next to him. As our linesmen get out of the way quickly, no sidelines here. Ooh. Ambrose catches the high snap, rolls to his left, throws deep, got a man out there, and caught at the 1.
Yes, sir, he's in there.
Let's see, waiting on a call.
No, he took it from him late. That's a touchdown.
It's either a touchdown or down at the 1. Let's see what our call is going to be. Waiting on our officials.
I don't think it was a pick. He took it late.
Touchback. And a touchback. Wow. Well, we may have our first official review right now.
Steve, they get a challenge, 1 challenge per half. The first offensive play, I think there's a pretty good chance we might see a challenge.
Well, we're going to get a good look at the replay here in just a minute as they gear that up. We'll see if we got a challenge. I see our challenge official already behind our production.
He didn't know he was going to have to work that fast.
Not already. The local crew here, we know a lot of these guys. Brad Rickett.
He's got them all. Give him a second.
There's stuff everywhere, but Landon Trusty, Wes Booker, David Ward, and Brad Ricketts. And we're going to hear from Landon Trusty for the first time here in just a minute, I would assume, as we'll have the touchback on the interception call. You see Coach Bones there. Bones looks pretty confused, as maybe the rest of this Wiseguys crowd does.
If that was an interception, Steve, that was one of the craziest interceptions I've ever seen. Because, I mean, we had body position and everything. Who was it? Dilworth? Was it? Yeah. I mean, he had body position. He is where he's supposed to be. And I think the Axemen took it away after they were down and everything was over. But we'll see.
So Coach Bones still talking to the official. It looks like we will not get a review yet. We'll see as he's talking with Landon Trusty.
I don't know.
And now he will call for the official review, I believe. We've got a timeout at least. So Bones.
He at least wants more of an explanation.
We'll take the timeout. So we wait here to see what the plan is as a replay official and Coach Bones continues to talk. You know, it's funny, Tyler. I've now seen Coach Bones, and this must be a game day ritual for him. This is his 3rd wardrobe of the day. Showed up looking great in the suit. I went down field level afterwards, and he was in just the shorts and the hat, and now he's got the nice dress shirt and slacks on, and he's continuing to argue his point. And to your point, Tyler, I think he's got an argument here. if that is really ruled an interception.
Yeah, and I hadn't had a chance to see it yet. So I don't, we can't really go through it. Doesn't look like.
Okay, so
we're not going to get a review.
Not get a review. Coach Bones still arguing out on the field right now. And so now quarterback Joseph King, they'll hand it away up the middle, breaks free, going to be tackled as he crosses the 20. That's big number 21, Aaron Dawson on the carry.
Swinging momentum, Steve. The Wiseguys think they've got a touchdown. They think they're at least at the 1 yard line. Big bomb turns into a pick, and now you get a chunk play on the ground.
You look at a guy like Dawson back there, big legs, powerful runner. He's going to do some damage. They'll hand this one away now to Ford, and Ford tripped up.
And this is new in the league, too. You didn't see really running last year.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing. So it's new rules and stuff. And it's, again, a brand-new team to the league. So you got to figure out what are they going to try and do to you. And I don't know they expected to see this.
Ford, the motion man. They'll hand it right up the middle. And stacked up at the 20-yard line. It's Aaron Dawson again on the carry.
And I think is that Noah? Is that how we pronounce that? Noah Smith?
Yeah, Noah Smith.
And then Cody Beck. So Cody Beck's the one that's in there right now, and Noah was the center on offense.
Smith, a native of Arkansas, Sylvan Hills from Sherwood, Arkansas. My hometown currently.
Currently.
So Ford, the motion man again, dropping to pass is Gatson. Gatson over the middle, wide open. Caught and spilled inside the 10, as that is Stanley Boom Williams on the catch.
Boom was able to find that pocket right there behind the linebacker. Really good ball placed by the Axemen quarterback there. Just a good methodical drive right here. First time touching the ball.
So Kobe Gatson, and this time they'll go with an empty set. McSweeney, the motion man. Gatson will follow him, looks to the right side, and he is dropped in the backfield by quarterback Jordan Ambrose on the defensive side.
Now, the thing you got to think about right there, Steve, is he had to bounce it back in, right? Because if he hadn't crossed the line of scrimmage yet, he can't go outside of those hashes. So that's one where I don't know if he wanted to bounce it back in, but he did. And he said, was that 9 on the tackle?
There was 9,
Because 9, remember 9 is
oh, that's right, sorry, Labette.
Yeah,
Labette, thank you.
Labette.
So motion again here is Williams. They'll hand it away right side and wrapped up at the 4.
Good defense right there, setting an edge. They're kind of figuring it out. Hit you with the run early, and now the defense is kind of figuring out. So Axemen going to see if they can make an adjustment here.
Dawson on another carry here. It'll be third down. 3rd and goal. Kobe Gatson gets the play off of his play card. And ball's on the turf, still loose. And Gatson's able to pick it up. Taylor Hunt in there quickly to swallow Gatson up, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And no kicking in this league.
No kicking, and then I went and checked my rule book real quick. I'm still learning here too. But not this play, it doesn't matter. The previous play, when you're inside the 5-yard line, the quarterback cannot run the ball. So in between the 5s, they can run it. But once you get inside the 5, quarterbacks can't run either.
So motion is Joel Shaw. Gatson looking, hammered, and knocked away. Deflected out of there by Rathel Carter. Great play as Gatson picks himself up off the turf.
Gatson got lit up right there. Taylor Hunt, 13, came off the edge, and I mean, he got the ball off, and I don't know that it really affected the throw, but he had to get rid of it before he got sacked right there. That's a big defensive play, bringing that momentum back, and then, you can probably hear it through our microphones, but it's getting loud in this place whenever the Wiseguys do something.
I tell you what, Carter nearly had himself an interception there as you see the replay just off of his hands. And so 1st and 10, Wiseguys, they'll try this again, their 2nd snap, as first one ruled an interception on what we thought was going to be a touchdown pass. So Ambrose, high snap again, brings it down. Blitz coming, throws it, left side, caught, and breaks a tackle, and rides the wall. We got a man in the stands.
There it is. That's what they want. They're going to do it. And the wall is not out of bounds. They can touch the wall. They can use the wall. Now, they can give themselves up onto the wall, and the refs, so it'll be up to the refs to call it down. But it was obvious he wasn't trying to give himself up right there.
Terrell Brown on the catch. High snap again. Now Ambrose in trouble. Steps up,
he's
looking.
going.
Gonna run. Breaks a tackle at the 25 inside the 20. Bounces off the wall and will be thrown down as he gets to the 18. And that'll be a first down for the Wiseguys.
You got fans, drinks getting knocked off the walls and everything. They're going to learn quickly that the wall is not a cup holder in this league. That ain't going to stay up there.
And you see it. I think that's the cool part is these boxes down there. You see the people all excited as nearly got part of the action in there with them as well. So Ambrose gets the call from the sideline, motion man, and he's well off sides on the motion.
Well, you had, I think, part of the issue, the guys, they set up the sticks and they have to get out of the way. I think Ambrose didn't want to snap the ball because the stick guys were still in the way. So that stuff, a new team, you just got to work out those kinks. You got to figure out kind of how that works because those guys aren't going to stand right there during the play. They got to get out of the way.
So that was Martin Washington, the motion man. So Ambrose now. There's Washington again in motion. This time they'll hand it away up the middle. Breaking away is Matillis, and Matillis stumbles inside the 15-yard line.
He gets all of that 5 back plus a couple extra.
So it'll be second down. They can get a first down just inside the 10.
It's a good tackle by 34 right there for the Axemen.
Jacob Davies on that tackle. Now Ambrose, again, high snap, has to corral it, and he's in trouble, breaks away, throws it up towards the sideline. And our mobster couldn't make the catch over there as that one falls behind the Wiseguy bench.
That's like a heck of a play by Ambrose. So the run lane, your hashes, those count as your tackle box as well. So if he's outside of the hashes or the run lane, as they call it in the Arena League, he can then throw it away. So he ended up, the ball carried him out of there because it was a high snap, but he was out of the tackle box or the run lane, so it was legal to get rid of it there.
So we'll try again here on third. Motion man Bibbins. Ambrose catches another tough snap, throws to the corner, over the wall, and what's our ruling?
I don't think he.
And incomplete as they were looking for Dilworth again in the end zone, and our carpet came up over there in the corner. They're going to have to do some housekeeping to fix the carpet as our official came sliding into the end zone.
I think if Dilworth catches that, you might put him in the Hall of Fame just for that catch.
No doubt. Let's see our replay here.
One hand over the wall as the door's opening, so it's moving more than it normally would.
Watch this angle here. Is a little low as Dilworth tried to go up and get it. But we had a false start, so it wouldn't have mattered anyway.
I don't care if it wouldn't have mattered. You still you put him in the Hall of Fame with Tim Brown, your manager of the league.
So Ambrose, as Coach Bones gets people in position. It's pretty interesting to see the coaches on the field. Almost like 7-on-7. Ambrose got to chase a bad snap, and he's just going to launch it up, floating duck into the Wiseguys bench. And that'll bring up a fourth down now for the Wiseguys.
And you had some players in the vicinity there, so even though that time he was in the run lane, you had 2 receivers, 2 Wiseguys over there. But yeah, they're going to have to get those snaps down. I mean, you talk about it in high school ball, right? If you can't get the snap, you can't do nothing.
It's the most basic piece, and it's got to be the loneliest place for offensive lineman Noah Smith, as he's the only one up there.
You don't have 4 guys beside you in this league. You're just by yourself.
We got another whistle here. So timeout, Wiseguys.
Get it.
So
okay, got some games going on.
Yeah, my kid's down there, as a matter of fact.
There he is.
My kid is wearing for the first time in his entire life, wearing an apron. So this ought to be interesting. I'm not even sure that my wife, who's on our field camera, is aware of this right now.
She was busy whenever he got asked to do it.
Because your weekend and your Oak Lawn is waiting.
This is my Oak Lawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Football here on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault, and it is 4th down for the Wiseguys as they look to convert after their second timeout here in the first quarter. Showing blitz, I think Smith moved the ball, and he did.
Yeah, you had an Axemen kind of jump at him. I don't know if he said anything, but he didn't come off sides, though.
Well, we're going to get a discussion here between our officials.
Maybe the officials heard him say something, too. Trying to get some jawing between teams.
This Wes Booker out on the field having a conversation. Now they'll include the white hat Landon Trusty. We'll see what our call is. And it will be an offsides call.
I saw him jump, Steve. I didn't know if he yelled. He didn't come across, but maybe he yelled something as he jumped and all, and that made Noah flinch just a little bit.
So now makes 4th down a little more manageable. Although small field, everything's difficult, but it'll be 4th down and looks to be about 7. And now Ambrose by himself in the backfield. 4 receivers here as Ambrose looking for a lower snap. This one's a little better. Ambrose, blitz coming. Ambrose gets away, steps up, looking to throw. He's across the line of scrimmage, has to run inside the 5, powering. He's got a first down to the 4-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal, and we got an injured Axemen back at the 10. But a great play again as Ambrose shows his escapability.
And that's some thought, right? He knows what he's doing. He knows the rules, too, because a quarterback, they get out of the pocket, they're just going to try and run, but watch him as he moves back into your run lane so that he can then cross the line of scrimmage. That's a guy that's aware of what's going on around him and aware of the rules of this league and using them to his advantage and be able to get the first down.
Injured player there, Kendall Fowler, he makes his way to the Axemen bench. And so Ambrose with his running back, I believe that's Mertillis next to him. The hair's in the way. Ambrose drops. Mertillis picks up the block. Throw, fade to the left side. One-handed catch.
I think he brought that one down, Steve. I think he brought that one down.
Looking for a call. That's our officials discuss it.
He's got it.
Give him 6.
Oh, my goodness.
What a play. Woo.
And you got a defensive PI that they're going to call on it, too. That'll obviously get declined.
Is that Dilworth again?
That's Dilworth.
My goodness gracious.
I think I found our electricity guy.
Goodness. Coach Bones said bring the energy. Dilworth's helping with it. What a play. As Dilworth, I don't know how he brought it in. Wow. Flips over the wall out of bounds.
And
wow.
And I read that rule, and I guess you don't have to get a foot down. You just got to catch it before you go over the wall is what it looks like. Catch it before you end up over the wall. And if you catch it after you're over the wall, you caught it. Because he doesn't get a foot down. Because he elevates and he never comes back down until he's on the other side.
He's got a head down probably. We couldn't see it. I guarantee you. Helmet, shoulder pad, something hit the floor of this arena. And so they'll go for 2. Is it from the 5, I believe? We got a whistle, stop play.
Oh, what are we going to do? Delay game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. Try for 1 point at the 10-yard. The Boo Birds are out in here today, Steve. The Boo Birds are on. Okay, you got it.
Yeah, give these fans are really jumping in on the atmosphere and really showing some support for their Wiseguys already here at Banco ZK Arena.
So they started from the 5, so it was a 1 point. They're at the 10 now because of a penalty, so it's still a 1 point.
Ambrose drops those over the middle. Nice play. Caught, and they're going to stack him up, dragging, trying to get there, but he'll be dumped at the 1-yard line as that was number 11, Terrell Brown, on the catch.
And credit Eau Claire for rallying to the football because he broke through 2 or 3 arms. And had they not rallied like a good defense is supposed to do, there ain't no doubt that he would have got it into the end zone on that one.
And you know, Tyler, what I like so far, and especially out of that drive and in the previous drive, I know we had the turnover, but, you know, what I like out of Ambrose is his physicality. You said it a minute ago, his ability to process it and get out of trouble, but his physicality on top of that is very impressive.
Yeah, he's a guy, he's done it before. He knows what he's doing, and everything, it's not moving too fast for him. That's something you can see whenever you step up in levels to something like this from whether it be kind of a lower college program or something along those lines. It goes a lot faster. But it's slow for him, and he can process it, and then he's got those physical tools that allow him to be successful.
6-0, and, you know, we do have our sideline reporter, Maya Ellison, and we'll hear from her here eventually, but I would like to get her, I don't know if she's, oh, there she is.
She looks like she's ready. She's giving a thumbs up.
Sideline. We'll go down to Maya here after this throw-off because I think she was in all of the action over there as they'll throw this one off, and it'll be caught back at the goal line by Stanley Boom Williams. Williams trying to lower the boom as he goes around the right side, but he gets the boom lowered on him by Crockett. Falls forward. A little post-play fun as now a little ruckus going on. But let's hear from our sideline reporter, Maya Ellison, about that catch.
Yeah, I was down here right when it happened, and honestly, guys, it was surreal to see. And as we was coming from our number 1, Aaron Dilworth, after that, I feel like that gave the guys some energy. We saw a little scuffle, and I want to take it back to when we saw that call that coach was kind of scuffled about, really. Actually, when he called that timeout, he had a conversation with the refs, and I was trying to peek my head in, trying to stay a little nosy to see what he was talking about. And he was like, hey, guys, why did we call that? You know, that messed them up. And so kind of leading into, I guess, the end of this quarter, we're now seeing the Wiseguys getting some of that momentum back. They're down here. They're cheering each other on. He just called a timeout, coach. He was over here telling his players, look, we got to get on it. And we see them watching the game right now. Not sure if you guys can still hear me. I'm surrounded by the players right now, but they are keeping the energy up. They're making sure, hey, we got to stay on it on both ends of the ball. But I'll toss it back up to you all and try to stay, you know, in the know, see what's going on down here on the field.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Maya. We'll be back to you here in just a few. And a great insight there from Maya. I know she's in the ruckus down there, right there in the bench amongst all those people. But great play there by the Wiseguys defense after a penalty on the return. Backed us up to inside the 5, and then a great play the 1 and out.
Where are you going to go? Where are you going to go? And I'll tell you this, Steve. Coach Bones mentioned it to me pregame. It's tough to see those play clocks because you've got people that are around those corners, and they're not very high. So you might see some of those throughout just because it's tougher to see that clock.
So Gatson puts a man in motion. Gatson up against the wall, throws it out, trying to make a one-hand catch, but that one drops incomplete.
Well covered everything there. Gatson had a little bit of time, but I guess he started to feel the pressure. I mean, you feel the pressure when you get hit like you did last time they had the ball and got it out of there.
McSweeney was looking for me. What took me on that one, Tyler, was it almost looked like he was kind of relaxing on the wall for a moment before he puts that one out to McSweeney. Now Gatson going to keep it, and that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, he didn't get outside, right? I
think it looks like he got outside of the run lane before he crossed. But the line of scrimmage is so close to the end zone, it's tough to tell.
Oh, you're right, yeah. So we'll see, and I think that's Bones as he talks with White Hat.
Replay. Oh yeah, he was out. Yeah, he was out of the run lane before he got out of the end zone.
Is that going to be a safety then? Let's see.
1, 2, 3, shut up now!
Yeah, I don't know. I don't figure it's a safety because it's not like a hold in the end zone. But again, like the delay game, you can't really back them up much further.
Quarterback ran outside the run lane.
You decline it, and it's a loss.
Wow.
Replay first.
So this starts to enter the territory of, like tush push when you jump off sides too many times in a row and they can award them a touchdown. Can we award a safety at this point?
And listen, as an Eagles fan, I was all for it.
I bet. So it'll be third down and about 14 yards. They need, looks to be the 14-yard line for a first down.
Yeah, that's what I figured he was going. Fourth down, yeah.
Okay, so they're going to give them the game.
But make it fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes, I thought he would have declined it from the start.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 now. Wiseguys defense trying to get off the field again. Motion man is Williams. Fakes the handoff. Free rusher coming. Throws, caught, and breaking tackles out to the 10. And that'll be a turnover on downs as the Wiseguys will take it over.
And then the thing, so we know there's no punting. Right, so the Axemen could have, I read it, let me get it back. They could have chosen to give it up, and it gives it to them. There it is. If you surrender it, the other team would take over it at the 15. So they could have punted it, if you will, and got back 30 yards, right, to get them down to their own 15.
Oh, okay. So it'd go all the way back to the other 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's how I read it. It's the team getting the ball's 15.
Another
timeout.
Little game going here as we've got a timeout in play. As we watch our fans, and again, we talked about this earlier, the interactiveness of what this league is going to be. It's exciting. You got to come out to one of these ball games here in Hot Springs if you have the opportunity, and because again, you're going to get an opportunity to get out on the field, be part of the players, and so we're going to take a quick break here, and I'll be back with more Arena League football here on the Natural State Sports Network.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Football here on the Natural State Sports Network. Wiseguys lead this one 6-0 and have just taken over after a failed fourth down attempt by the Axemen. So first and goal from the 10 as Ambrose is just about ready to get this one going. Motion man on this one will be Brown. Ambrose escaping pressure yet again. Tosses it up, caught down to the 5. Goes Martellus, and it'll be second down and goal from the 5-yard line.
And you're going to get some free rushers, Steve. They have to leave the center in. The center is not an eligible receiver. You can't hand it to the center. But everybody else on that field can go out for a pass, can get it handed to them. So there's one guy blocking. You can leave others in the block if you want, but they don't have to. So you're going to get free rushers. And if you're the Axemen, you just got to be able to make that tackle.
Mm-hmm. So Martellus and Ambrose in the backfield. Motion man is Lou Dorsey. Ambrose, plenty of time, finds his man open and I think he's down at the 1, and he is.
He didn't get that stretch. He got hit. It's a good hit. I'm trying to see the number for the Axemen that got him. Is it 12?
I believe it was. That'll be Patrick McSweeney, I believe, on that tackle.
Man, it's a great tackle. Got him wrapped up, got him brought down quick.
Yeah.
Came up grabbing his elbow and bicep. Kind of hurt him a little bit, but good, clean tackle to keep him out of the end zone.
So 3rd and goal, Ambrose. It's the snap, pitches forward, and give him 6 as Dorsey scores the second of the night for the Wiseguys.
I guess that's a passing touchdown again.
Yeah.
I mean, it was half shovel pass, half, I'm not quite sure what it was, but it gets the job done and it gets him in the end zone.
See our replay here. Ambrose bobbles the snap and finds a way to get that over to Dorsey. And Dorsey's a guy that we've been excited to see some of as well, as a guy that played at the University of Illinois, and a good-looking athlete when you see him down there on the field.
Yeah, there are some guys on these teams with big-time experience. University of Illinois, like you said, XFL, CFL. These guys, some of these guys have been everywhere.
So they'll go for 2 again from the 10 as Ambrose looks to make it a 14-0 lead for the Wiseguys. Ambrose got to get away from pressure, throws, caught by Martellus. Martellus stacked up at the 6, and that's it as the Axemen cut him down again. And it'll be 12-0 here with 48 seconds left in our first quarter of play.
The Axemen ain't scared to bring the axe down now. They've been hitting out here. We hadn't seen as much Wiseguys defense just because they had one drive, and then we had a good stand, and then they had them down in the shadow of their own end zone. So hadn't seen a ton from them. We saw a lot of Axemen defense, and they're willing to hit you.
We'll see our throw off again. Again, a 12-0 lead currently for the Wiseguys. And, Tyler, I got to believe that this fan base is enjoying what they're seeing right now. So far, the first play of the game, an interception, controversial a little bit.
Very controversial, especially if you ask these guys that are sitting right behind us. They've had some stuff to say about it.
They've had stuff to say since they walked in. Now, listen, give the folks over at Bud Light in the red zone downstairs from us. They had a heck of a party going on down there. And so I think they've gotten our fans a little extra motivated here tonight.
They're ready. They're ready is what that is. That's all that matters.
So to throw this off will be DeWandrick Crockett. Back deep to return will be Boom Williams.
Well, Boom's one that, he gets it. He could take it far now. He's looked like he's about to a couple of times. First 2 times he touched the ball. He's living up to the nickname so far.
Yeah. So Crockett ready to throw it off as the clock starts, and he threw it off. Oh, I thought he threw it off scoreboard.
It looked like it.
Now Boom Williams with it. Williams, left side, breaks a tackle across the 15, and will be spilled as he crosses the 20. And it'll be 1st and 10, Axemen at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, I think Boom's got a little bit of speed that you can't tell as much till you're down there trying to chase him. Getting outside of him pretty quickly there, able to come down. Luckily, you had your throw offer, not your kicker, come down, make a play.
Again, interesting, of course, to see the coaches as you got the head coach here of the Axemen on this side, on our side of the field, the near side, and of course, Coach Bones on the other side as Gatson hands it away up the middle. Nice move in the hole, and dumped down is Williams. I got to apologize. That was actually Devon Ford on that return. I looked at the wrong line on our roster, so Ford on that return. And
Ford, either way, he's fast too.
That was Stanley Boom Williams on that carry. And that'll do it for our first quarter of play. After a quarter, Wiseguys lead this one 12-0. We'll be back with more Arena League football here on the Natural State Sports Network in just a moment.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
All right. Welcome back to Oaklawn's Arena League Field inside Banco ZK Arena for Arena League Football on the Natural State Sports Network. And we are, as the Axemen, Gatson bobbles the snap, picks it up, picked up and dumped as he goes inside the 10-yard line. And that'll be a first down here for the Wiseguys as we're going to go down to our sideline reporter, Maya Ellison. Maya, I saw you down there on the field on we call you sideline reporter. You don't have a lot of room to maneuver down there.
Yeah, no, there is not a lot of room at all. I don't know if you all saw me running around like a chicken with his head cut off trying to get into the huddle, but I can tell you that Coach has been on his players a little bit ago, like we saw. Of course, the Wiseguys are leading 12-0, but Coach was getting on number 2, and I apologize. We're still learning the players down here. We're still trying to figure out who's who, but no, listen, though. Coach has really been on his players so far. Of course, telling them, hey, lock in, tighten up, keep this momentum going. As we see the Eau Claire Axemen, look, they're coming towards the wall. We're trying to make sure we don't get hit down here, but the Axemen are trying their best to get some points on the board. And I'm trying to see what the ref is getting ready to call.
Yeah, we've got a touchdown here. Is that one caught by Boom Williams for the first score for the Axemen?
Yeah, so there we go. They're getting some points on the board. They're trying to catch up to the Wiseguys. And in a minute, I hope that I can talk to Coach Brooks just to hear more about, hey, what's going on? How can we get this momentum to catch up to the Wiseguys to kind of take this lead tonight? But we'll see. We don't have that much room down here, but we'll do the best that we can on the floor. Back to you guys.
Great job. Thanks, Maya.
You're welcome.
So going for 2 here as Gatson has Williams in motion. Gatson looking for Williams again in the back corner, and that went off the wall. Incomplete.
Oh,
so
you get to keep it.
Yeah. You know, my youngest keeps asking for a football. I said, hey, go down there, get on the side. You liable to get one eventually.
That's probably a good spot down there out of the end zone. Just throw it out the back of the end zone. You might have a couple that end up over there like that. But you're able to see the Axemen come back, get something on the board, and kind of get a little bit going, right? They were it was getting away from them, so that was a big possession by Eau Claire to get in the end zone, get themselves back in this game. It's still just a 1-possession game. It feels like it was worse than 2 possessions, but that's a big possession there. Now the defense just needs to step up for them.
You know, I think you feel the momentum. It's interesting in a building, this confined. You can feel it a little bit. You can feel the people. Obviously, we're talking about the folks right behind us, but you're right. It felt so much bigger through that first quarter because you had the great controversial interception down here on one end. Couldn't do anything with it, and it's really been all Wiseguys since then until that drive. But give the Axemen some credit. That was a very impressive physical drive to answer and cut this lead to 12-6.
And it's similar to how they looked on their first possession, and they just stalled inside the Bud Light red zone down there. Just wasn't able to get it in there. So it's kind of what they're going to look like. They like to run the ball a little bit, pound it some, and then throw it whenever they loosen you up front.
So the throw off, this one short of the end zone, going to bounce, and that will be a penalty.
Yeah, the throw-offs I think they have to be inside the 10. Yeah, they have to be inside the 10. Kind of like a little squib throw for Eau Claire, just was a few yards short.
Yeah, I thought when he threw it, that looked like it was going to come up well short.
It was going to need some wind to catch it. We got some breeze in here from the AC, but it wasn't enough.
and give the staff here of the Wiseguys a ton of credit, as well as Hot Springs Convention Center, Banco ZK Arena folks. They've worked hard over this last 24, 48 hours to turn this place into what's normally a basketball arena convention center into a football stadium. And so it was unique to watch, and they did an absolutely fantastic job putting this together.
It looks good. It looks really good in here, yeah, for sure, for sure.
So Ambrose in at quarterback. Washington will be the motion man on the far side of the field. Ambrose looks that way, escapes pressure yet again. Oh, what a move. And going to be tripped up as he crosses the 20, and Ambrose looks shaken up but hops right back up.
And that's something as a defender you also have got to know. He's got to come back in, so you have to change your angle to know that he can't cross the line of scrimmage yet until he gets back into that run lane. So as defenders, and you can watch for, he knows that he's going to come in, and he uses it to his advantage.
I think our sticks are wrong. I think it's second down because he's short of the line here. So 2nd and 2. Ambrose again pressured and sacked, thrown down. Ball came out, but Ambrose picks it back up.
He's been able to get out a lot of those, but just he hadn't had time multiple times. That's the first one they're able to get a hold of him and get him down.
I believe that's 59, Stephen Thomas. And it is now that he's turned his other way. The front number's a little tough to see.
All folded up on him.
A little bit. And so that should bring up a 3rd down, I believe. Our sticks have turned sideways, so we can't see it.
Meaning, I guess he thinks it's wrong, maybe.
So 3rd down, Ambrose alone this time with Dilworth, the superstar in motion. Throw this one away, caught. As Brown trying to break free, he cannot.
He was able to miss one big blow and duck underneath it, but just couldn't get his foot free.
Antoine A.J. Brown on that tackles. He hung on for dear life to bring him down.
That's what you got to do sometimes. Just don't let him go nowhere.
Got some help from Jacob Davies on the tackle. So again, this fan base excited to be here. So Ambrose now on 4th down, even though our sticks are struggling. And the Wiseguys will burn their final timeout of the half as Coach Bones didn't like what he saw. And so we're going to take a break here. We'll take a break with them. Nope, no break this time.
Maybe, yes, I don't know. We'll take it when we're supposed to take it.
That's right.
And if we're not supposed to take it, then we'll stay on and we'll talk to you still.
So again, just a fun atmosphere in this place, but you know, it's, to me, Tyler, it's already been a very successful return of arena football to the state of Arkansas. A lot of fun to watch. I think the folks obviously excited. You got Hall of Famer Tim Brown in the house, as I see him down here with the boss and the mobsters in the booth down below us.
He's been signing jerseys and signing footballs. He got here and he went in that booth and he was signing about the entire time until he came up here for the pregame show.
So back on the field now as final timeout, 11-16 to play in the first half. Again, you're watching the Arena League football on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. And now some extended discussion here. This discussion is with Dilworth. Maybe asking him how he makes all those catches.
I don't know what they're talking about now.
Well, sure, you know, Coach Bones trying to get a explanation.
I think maybe this was a scheduled 2-minute timeout because I think back here at the end zone's the one that's holding it and he keeps checking his watch like he's waiting for those 2 minutes.
I'm wondering if maybe Coach Bones wanted this to be a
quicker timeout,
or if it was an injury type deal. I don't know what's going on here. We'll see if we can get an explanation. I'm not sure if Maya is aware of what's happening down there in this discussion, but Maya, if you got any insight for us down there.
Oh, all right, looks like we're coming back.
Well, nope, looks like we're back. So whatever it was, we got it all worked out. So Ambrose with Mertellus next to him. Dilworth will be your motion man. Brown and Dorsey, receivers on the near side. Dilworth nearly got across early. Ambrose steps up, throws it, picked off. Intercepted by the Axemen, and green turf ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6 as Antoine Holloway with the pick 6. To make it 12-12 at the moment, but we've got some laundry on the turf.
It came from kind of the guy behind here, but everybody's acting like there's a hold down here on the defense. Yeah.
So wipe the points off the board as we've got a
I like that, ref.
The fan behind us, he called that. I heard him call it. That's a hold. And so, hey, maybe we got a aspiring official behind us right now, too.
Still not. I don't think there's automatic first downs. I'm not sure. We'll see.
They're looking to move the sticks. Yeah, I think it. Let's see. No, you're right.
Just
it's
the
not.
down. Okay.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is going to be a first down. Now, it may have been yardage enough for a first down, though. It's Coach Bones now giving his sideline guys some coaching over there as well.
Hey, coach everybody now.
That's right.
You're either coaching it or you're letting it happen.
10:40 to go, 10 seconds to snap this. Ambrose gives some extra instruction. Now Ambrose will give it away to Martellus. A little RPO play, and Martellus going to be stacked up. Gain of 3 on that one. Will bring up a second down.
Yeah, they were reading that one, and that's one of those you got to make up your mind. You're going to take it or you're going to give it to him. As the running back, you think you're getting the ball every single time. And I think that might have been the only reason we didn't have a fumble there is because he was acting like he had the ball.
Yeah, we've talked about the intensity of Coach Bones over there. Coach Brooks is over here as well. Very intense, barking out orders to his defense right now. Coach Tay Brooks, head coach of the Axemen. And so Ambrose, good snap this time. Pressure comes. Ambrose trying to get away. Somehow a little left-handed flip. Martellus makes the catch across the 20. And he'll be dumped at the 19, and it'll bring up a third down. And they're going to lose some yardage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I got back there quick. Just kind of set your running back up. Martellus with a little jab step by the defender and gets by him. He's able to get it away and not lose as many yards as he would have with a sack, but still a loss. Gonna have to have blocking there or have some sort of hot route that he knows he can get rid of it quick.
And a whistle. That one over there shows 7. It's interesting.
No, it's a 0.
Oh, it's a 0. Okay. Oh, Maya's head's in our way. Sorry, Maya. So another delay of game call here with 9:14 to play in our first half. And Martellus again to the left of Ambrose. Dilworth, your motion man. Ambrose trying to get away from pressure. Good blocking
block by
Martellus. Yeah.
Martellus.
Throws it deep, looking, got a man, fight for it. And, Wiseguys want a penalty here. A lot of contact in the end zone, but ruled incomplete.
Guess there's no, you got to get your head around. I mean, he didn't. The thing is, Dilworth didn't try and come back to it. Had Dilworth try and come back to it, and it was a little high, so I don't know that he could have tried to come back. Had he tried to come back, he would have ran into the defender, and you probably would have got a flag, but he just kind of stood his ground, just like the defender stood his ground. You can see it right here. I mean, there's maybe some hand fighting, but nobody's really impeding any movement there.
That's a great play there. I think that was Devon Ford.
2?
Was it 2? Yeah, Sinquay Grant on the play, and a great play there. Now another whistle and another delay of game on the Wiseguys as they're struggling to get the play calls in right now with 8:11 left in our first half.
Yeah, that's one that comes from the play down there and trying to figure out if you're going to get a flag or not. So it kind of takes a little bit. You got to get people back down the field. That's one where it just took a little bit too long to come back from what you just had happen.
We saw Coach Bones in that huddle. He's just imploring his guys to please speed it up, get to the line. And now still some confusion as Ambrose now gets everybody set. Motion man, no, that's not Dilworth. Brown. Now rolling is Ambrose. He launches it up, and that's a souvenir as it makes its way into the crowd just outside the Oaklawn box.
I'll say somebody from Oaklawn's going to get one, but it looks like it went right into that box that's not in Oaklawn.
I think we had a great catch.
He's excited about it, though.
Too. Yeah. Now you see our fan down there made the catch. Let's see what kind of play our fan made. Oh, look at him with the bobble in one hand. What a play.
Somebody sign him. He could have caught that jumping over the wall, right?
And so that was 4th down. So it'll be a turnover and down, and the Axemen now with a chance to tie it.
I mean, that one's got to be one for the end of game fan moments, right?
Absolutely. Go see our friends at Fan Club. Download the app. Low snap. They'll throw to the motion man, Boom Williams, and he is taken down in the backfield by Darren Labette. Great play there. Say the backfield. They're going to give him a gain of 2. And bring up a 2nd down and 8.
And that was an interesting concept. They gave it to the guy that he didn't come in motion. Normally they have one coming forward. He waited, and then he came from deep, and they tossed it to him on the run just to kind of get ahead of steam.
Snap to Gatson. Gatson hands it right up the middle following a power formation, as that is 21 Aaron Dawson on the carry. He'll be dumped, and just shy of a 1st down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 2.
I thought Dawson was about to break through and kind of get some little extra there. But Wiseguys able to hold on and wait for some help, just like we saw earlier.
Our chain crew's still struggling with the down right now. It's 3rd down and 2.
Oh, here we go. Now he's switching it. There you go.
He's Gatson.
Get out of there before you get hit.
They'll put forward in motion. They'll hand it away. We got a flag on the play. It's enough for a 1st down, but we'll wait and see what the laundry's about.
That was slow developing, too. I don't know. That one was off every which way.
Number 21 of the Axemen.
So take away the 1st down. Illegal shift on the Axemen. That'll back it up, and they'll replay 3rd down. It'll be 3rd and about 6.
So I didn't see exactly what that one was on, but one thing about it is you can have one guy moving vertically and one guy moving horizontally before the snap. So you can't have 2 guys in motion. They just have to be moving different directions.
Now Gatson looking to throw here on 3rd over the middle. Too much on it. Ball tips up and it tipped off the turf.
I was about to say, that was off somebody. It's touchdown.
That's what I thought. So 4th down.
But you had Boom was there. He just kind of missed him, threw it a little too outside for him.
So it'll be 4th and 7 from the 17-yard line.
Big defensive stand for the Wiseguys right here. 4th down, 6 minutes left in the half, trying to hold on to their lead. See there, you got your 2 guys in motion. That's fine as long as they're opposite directions.
They'll hand it away. Boom Williams with it. Boom is taken down inside the 15. And it'll bring up 4th and short here for the Axemen.
And those 2 directions, it's kind of some eye candy for the defense. You don't ever see that anywhere else, right? It's only ever one guy in motion. Now you got guys going different directions, everything, trying to confuse you, but good there defensively.
I guess I got lost on the down and distance. We don't have that in front of us, but that was 4th down, so turnover on downs. And back to the Wiseguys here, and to your point, Tyler, that is a huge stop. You think about it, we talked about the number of points we expected to be scored. It's a 12-6 game with 5:52 to go in the 1st half. And on top of that, you took 6 points off the board on the pick 6 by the Axemen earlier.
Yeah. Coach Bones is, let's do it, man. We're waiting too long.
Ambrose wants to throw, caught left side. Dorsey trying to break tackles. He's going to be right at the sticks. And a yard shot of his 2nd down and 1.
And that's the kind of stuff I expect Coach Bones and Ambrose to start looking for. With them getting the pressure, you're going to have to get it, and you have to get it out of your hands. And you've got a lot of cushion down here on your outside receivers.
2nd and a yard, 5:22 to go. Ambrose throws right side. This one caught. That'll be enough for a 1st down as Dilworth with another catch.
I mean, you got guys 15, 20 yards off of them now. I mean, if you can just get it out of there quick, I mean, they're going to do that all the way down the field. If you're going to give it to them, take it.
So Martellus, Ambrose in the backfield. No motion man this time. It's Ambrose, another high snap, corrals it, throws it, got Brown. He is hammered.
Oh, my gosh.
His helmet came off at the 20. What a hit.
If a helmet falls in the stands, they get to keep that. That might be something to talk to Tim about, right?
Yes.
Mr. Brown.
A.J. Brown. Speaking of Brown, A.J. Brown on that tackle.
I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I knew who it was.
Brown did deliver on that one. And to your point, about delivered a fan a helmet.
You're going to see it. Oof.
Well, what a shot. The ball, thanks to the wall, kind of helped that helmet come off.
Put that shoulder right on the sternum now.
And stay with us at half as Riley Underwood and Tim Brown will join you again for a halftime show. Ambrose looking, got his man caught by Dorsey. Dorsey dumped. That'll be enough for another first down for the Wiseguys.
Yeah, Coach Bones has figured it out. They're going to start sending pressure because they had success with pressure. We're just going to get it out quick. We're going to run these quick hitches, kind of send them down the field, turn around and catch the ball. Just chip it up. 8 yards at a time.
Under 4 to play as the clock continues to run. Ambrose, it's Martellus in position. Dilworth will be your motion man. Oh, boy, another high snap. Ambrose has to chase it down. Just tosses it up, and there's a souvenir. That one makes its way.
Hey,
to
another
the
one-handed catch.
Wow.
We're seeing those everywhere now. I wonder if we got that one on video. That one was a little bit higher up. I don't know if we caught that one. But I think he had his drink. We'll just leave it at that in one hand. And he caught it with the other one.
All right, we don't have to leave it at that. Bud Light is
I don't wanna,
the official sponsor here. Maybe
I don't want to say, maybe he's not. I can't tell.
Could be water. You're right.
I don't want to push
hydrate
that on
well.
him.
You hydrate well.
But, yeah, big-time Bud Light over here.
Second down now. Pressure, another bad snap. Ambrose corrals this one. Pump fake, finds his man Martellus, makes the catch. And trying to push forward on the wall, and whistles blow at the 10.
Yeah.
And Martellus gets in the end zone as he high-fives the Oaklawn box, and it'll bring up a third down here for the Wiseguys.
You'll get a good replay right here just to kind of see what all transpired there. Who's that's helping him? 6, I think, is picking him up. Marlon Washington's picking him up off the wall and telling him to keep going, young man.
He's
getting other guys.
Yeah, Washington's like a security guard.
He's just blocking, a bouncer blocking
That's
over
right.
there for his guys. Eau Claire running in number 7 on the D-line. Joel Shaw. He's a good-looking kid now.
Ambrose whistles, stop the play, and timeout, Axemen. So 2:16 to go in our half. Timeout, Axemen. Okay. All right, and we'll be back with more Wiseguys football here in the Arena League on the Natural State Sports Network.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home.
All right, welcome back, folks, here to Arena League football on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. And it is Wiseguys football here as Ambrose, the snap from the 10, oh boy, clears his head. A nice catch from midfield, throws it up, back corner.
Another one.
And tipped And another great catch by our fan. Same dude with another great catch. What a play here. Our fan with another souvenir.
It's tip drill. Tip drill.
As he runs his way to the other box.
I was about to say, we got a better chance to get that one. We can see him running it.
He set himself up for that. That's a great job by the fan. He's in this box down here. He knew where that play was potentially going to go. Got all the way down here and waited on it. Makes a great play off the tip. So our buddy Chris Goodman, the GM of the Wiseguys, he might have some guys he needs to start recruiting for the Wiseguys as we see some of these catches made in the stands right now.
We had a 2-minute warning, so the clock did stop. So now your clock rules do change a little bit now. You go back to your typical clock rules where if you hit the wall counts as out of bounds with the clock. Incomplete pass, the clock does stop. So you go back to your normal clock rules once you get inside 2 minutes. And I think Eau Claire's coach, he's wanting to intentional grounding. Because I think we were in the run lane and threw it out of the back of the end zone. But I don't think he's not going to get it.
You see Coach Brooks down there. He is imploring his team right now.
It's huge. It's a bit just like the Wiseguys stop down here was huge. This is a huge stop for the Axemen.
Yeah. So Gatson. No, they've changed. They changed quarterbacks. I don't see Gatson on the field right now. Oh no, sorry. How did we?
We have the ball. How did we get?
What has happened? So as Ambrose catches it up the middle, give him 6 as Ambrose scores, but a penalty flag thrown in late. Let's see what this call is. It looks like it's going to go against the Wiseguys as Bones comes running in to argue his case.
Is there a penalty that we missed?
I must have been. So they're going to be illegal run by Ambrose.
They're inside the 5-yard line. Yeah. Quarterback cannot run the ball. We said it earlier. Quarterback cannot run the ball inside the 5-yard line. I did. We said it when the Axemen had it. Inside the 5, quarterbacks can't run even if they stay inside the run lane.
I do apologize, though. I have no idea how the Wiseguys ended up with the ball down inside the 5.
Maybe some of you watching know better, and y'all know, so that's good. But
we apologize. We missed something there, and so they'll do this all over again. It'll be first down. Motion man is Dorsey. High snap. It falls to the turf. Ambrose picks it up. Throws left side. Is it caught? No, incomplete.
Saw it bounce.
Oh, Ambrose took a late shot.
There it is.
There's the penalty.
What in the world?
I don't know what in the world we're doing there. That's number 34, Jacob Davies. And we should get a shot at the replay. We do. Not real sure what Davies was thinking there. Ambrose lets it go well earlier, and he just
stayed on him.
You get a better shot. Well, I thought we'd have it, but
he wrapped him up right after he threw it, but then he just never let go of him.
I promise you, our crew down there, again, they do a lot of our high school stuff around the state. Landon Trusty, Brad Ricketts down there as well. Some guys that do a great job, but I don't know that they've heard so much love like we're hearing.
You don't
from
ever hear
fans
that
behind us.
No, you never do. They heard a big bunch of boos from him at the start of the game. So.
Ambrose again has to retreat for the snap. Caught, throws it away to Dilworth. Dilworth had to avoid, our official had to avoid Dilworth, and he is spilled there, and so it'll bring up a second down.
Ambrose has gotten to the point to whenever the ball's snapped, he immediately starts to backpedal a little bit. Mm-hmm. We had a spot there where the snaps were good, but they've started to become more erratic now. So we're down to second down now.
Second down and go after the penalty, yep.
And quarterback can run. We're not inside the 5 if he needs to.
Ambrose throws. Got a man right over the middle.
Window.
What a throw. Brown with the touchdown. Wiseguys score again, 18-6 with 43 seconds left in our first half.
Ambrose put that in the smallest window that you could. That's a great replay there, right there. Good look right there from whatever camera
That's
is.
Wade Rainey up there on our camera. Great job by Wade.
That's good. Put it in a great window. Great catch right there by Brown as well.
So this time they'll go for 1 from the 5. Try to make it a 19-6 game. Clock runs with 37 seconds left in the half. Motion man, Dilworth, high snap. Ambrose looking, throwing, wants Dilworth. And another circus catch by Dilworth. Wow.
He didn't go in out of the wall that time, but he still caught it from over the wall.
Goodness gracious, what a play. Dilworth showing out here in this first half. My goodness gracious.
Another good view right there. So he catches the ball, and you might have seen it if you're paying close enough attention out there. He catches it, he comes down with it, he scores, and then the ball gets knocked out. But it was right in the ball bucket right there. So I'm pretty sure he grabbed a separate ball and held it up to the ref, showing him that he caught it. If you go back and watch that replay.
That's awesome.
He caught it. It's not like it was incomplete anyway, but I think he grabbed a completely different ball.
Again, make sure you stick with us here on the Natural State Sports Network as well as the Fan Club app. I know there's been some issues with the Arena League YouTube channel, and they're working to get that fixed. But you'll be Riley Underwood and Tim Brown will join you here on site right here from our location for your halftime show here in just a few minutes. 26 seconds left in the half as they get ready to throw this one off with Crockett. Crockett launches this one. Going to be caught by Ford in the end zone.
Oh,
and he is ripped down. Nothing on that one for Ford.
Rathel Carter, number 12 right there on a big play. Biggest play we've had on a throw-off so far. You got him inside the 5.
Carter's had a couple of huge plays in this first half. So 22 seconds. Axemen do have 2 timeouts to play with.
You're going to have to try and throw it here. They like to run the ball, and they're pretty good at running the ball. Let's see if they try and just take it into half or if they try and do something, get some points on the board.
They'll hand it away. Dawson up the middle. Ooh, what a hit at the 10-yard line. My goodness. That's Crockett as well as number 4, Vashawn Palmer converged. And we'll get a timeout. Axemen with 13 seconds.
You hand it to a guy like who is that? Dawson. You're going to have some big hits now. That's a thick guy now. Coming downhill like that, just straight downhill.
So quick timeout. We'll stay here with you. 13 seconds. And Axemen 1 timeout left. And to your point, Tyler, I think run that one, create you a little bit of space to work with here with the pressure.
They got some room.
And now take a shot or two. This time Gatson will be alone. He'll have a motion man, I believe. That is, can't see the number, but anyway, left side caught and tackled immediately.
Now the clock will stop. So that should become, if I read it correctly, that one should be out of bounds now.
Okay.
Inside 2 minutes, the wall acts as out of bounds. Yeah, they got it stopped.
That was McSweeney on that catch, so good play. So work it up the field, 10 seconds from the 18-yard line.
And that's Boom that's coming in motion, or came in motion last time. We'll see if he does this time.
Last minute instruction from Coach Brooks. Now Gatson in trouble, rolls right, finds Boom Williams. Williams across the field,
he's got blockers.
Inside the 15, 10, and tripped up as he gets down to the 8. 1 second.
They got it. They got
I think
2
they
seconds.
get the timeout, and they did.
They got 2 seconds.
Coach Brooks imploring Landon Trusty, and they do get the timeout call. We should have about 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I looked up at 1 second. 1 second, 2 second, it's going to be. That's one play either way.
Looking down at a replay official, they're relaying it in 2 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, I looked up as soon as because they're going to call a timeout. As soon as the whistle blew, you look up and there were 2 seconds left on there.
But it doesn't really matter. 1 or 2 seconds
it's
doesn't matter. You're going to get one play here, yeah.
I thought he was going to score. He had 2 guys over there. He had a wall setting up to block for him. Good play. They just showed the replay, and I missed it. But whoever came off of that block to make that tackle saved the touchdown for sure.
So one last play here for the Axemen in the first half. Try to cut into this lead, a 19-6 lead for the Wiseguys. Again, halftime show with Riley Underwood, Tim Brown. Just a few minutes after the end of the half. Motion, Gatson, pressure off the edge, throws it up to the corner, and too much on it as that one falls incomplete. And that'll do it for our first half of play. And we've got Maya Ellison, I believe, going to try to grab Coach Bones on his way off the field here. We'll see if Maya's able to. She's going to see Maya make it her way.
Hey, guys.
We'll go down to Maya.
Hey, guys.
We got you, Maya. Go ahead.
We have Coach Wright. Well, he is walking on the field right now. Give us 1 second.
You will.
He's currently doing an on-field interview.
That looks like he's got a little extra to do here with our, as she calls herself, the boss lady.
Yeah. But if you stay with us, we'll hear a little bit from Coach in just a second. Very curious to see what he was telling his players during that, when the 1 second was on the clock. Let's see if we can get him now.
All right, we'll go down to Maya and Coach Bones.
Hey, Coach, coming out of this, you're up 19-6. What do we got to do to keep this momentum going?
I mean, we got to execute. I mean, we got a little bit of momentum, but we're not playing flawless. We got to play flawless. A lot of drives are stalling out. A lot of people are not on their assignments. We're winning, but we're not winning like we're supposed to. You know, we got to do our assignments. Alignment, assignment, technique, finish. That's it.
Yeah, we've been seeing some penalties, some calls is being made. I've seen you talk to some of the refs. Tell us a little bit about some of those questions that you posed to them.
Well, our main concern right now, we got to get those the game clocks a little bit higher. We're having trouble seeing them, so that's where a lot of the delayed games come in. And then the refs, I mean, they're working with us. We're all learning these new rules. You know, I'm on them a little bit, but it's friendly banter. But we're just trying to clean up the gameplay.
And then go into the locker room, final message for the players.
Oh, man, do more, say less.
Thank you. Back to you all.
All right, thanks, Maya. All right, that'll do it for our halftime. Or that'll do it now. We'll head to half. You guys make sure you go download the Fan Club app. And we'll be back with our Hall of Famer, Tim Brown, as well as Riley Underwood here as we come back for our halftime show.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Six is the score. Riley Underwood alongside the Hall of Famer Tim Brown. Tim, seen a good game so far.
Yeah.
What are your first takeaways?
You know, a few nerves, early on, I think. But I think when you look at what the Wiseguys are doing on offense, they had a little problem with the play clock. It hit them a couple times. I think it's just going to take them a little time to get used to it. It's a 20-second clock. You got to be ready to go. So, but I think for the most part they played pretty good. They played great defense and really playing a good football game right now.
The offense has been doing pretty well. Also, we expected Jordan Ambrose. All we were talking about, Jordan Ambrose. This is going to be the starter. But no, it was actually Darren Levitt, and he's shown out. He's thrown 3 touchdowns. I mean, he's proven that he can be a really good quarterback for this Wiseguys squad, including maybe an early catch of the year nominee from Aaron Dilworth.
I mean,
that one-hander in the corner of the end zone, that was crazy.
I mean, after last night, we thought we had seen it all already, but we're getting more of that tonight. You know, it's really incredible how these guys are literally selling out to make plays. It's just really, really fun to see.
Exciting environment, too. Pretty good crowd here at Bank OZK Arena. I saw a fan. He caught a football. You get to keep the footballs. He was running. He was doing laps around the field. He was pumped up. But also it's the rules, the new rules that are also making an impact, including the running lanes. People may be a little confused on that. Quarterbacks not really paying attention, running around the run lane. So just break that down a little bit. What you got to do?
Yeah, we want the quarterback to be able to run, but at the same time, we didn't want him to be able to run all over the field. So we wanted to put a lane in place to make the quarterback run in that lane to give the defense a chance to tackle him. Otherwise, they would score 100 points because you would never be able to get the quarterback. So I think it's a little tough for the quarterbacks because they really have to know where they are on the field when they're trying to dodge, big guys out there. So, but I think for the most part, the guys have done a good job tonight.
Hot Springs shut out the Axemen in the first quarter, allowed 6 points in the second quarter. They scored 7 of their own in the second quarter after scoring 12 in the first. One thing that they have been struggling, though, is the snaps. Noah Smith has not been doing too well at the center position. A lot of missed opportunities or just opportunities that you don't get to have when you're snapping that ball way over the quarterback's head. Luckily, no turnovers so far from that.
Yeah, they've been able to get rid of the ball for the most part, but that can really come back and haunt you in a close game. And right now they got a couple score lead, but if this game gets closer and you have plays like that happening, it can really hamper your opportunity to win the game.
Kobe Gatson has the passing touchdown for the Axemen, and a bright spot on defense is the DB, Sinquay Grant. He has an interception, and I wrote on my paper here, you see it, Tim, just the lock. He's been locking him up. You're not throwing his way. He's been a really good defender for Eau Claire today.
Yeah, look, I think Eau Claire's really, they played well. They're playing hard, great tackling. I mean, they're knocking the helmets off, literally knocking the helmets off out of here. It's really, really impressive to see how hard they're playing.
Well, why don't you say we check it out for ourselves. Let's check out the highlights from the first half here in Bank OZK Arena. Let's check them out, starting off in the first quarter with that beautiful one-handed grab. How about that from Aaron Dilworth, the Corpus Christi, Texas native. So nice, you had to watch it twice. Took his helmet off, celebrating you. No taunting penalties in the Arena League when you're doing that. Have a little swagger. And there's another one close to the end zone. That was Terrell Brown. Rule him just short, and then little pitch play. That's Lou Dorsey, the 6'6" big target. And going on the other way. You got Kobe Gatson passing it to Boom Williams. Boom Williams, his first touchdown in the Arena League. Gatson as well. This was a big hit by A.J. Brown Jr. Helmets flying, and then another touchdown catch by Terrell Brown. Heave it up in the end zone. How nice is that, Tim? How nice is that?
It's really, really good to see, man. Again, these guys are selling out, man, and it's really, really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, how different is it playing in an arena? You're playing smaller field. You got, if you're on the wall, you're in. You don't even have to get any feet inbounds. How different is that for a wide receiver?
Well, it has to be. I've never ran around out there, so I don't know, but it has to be extremely difficult because you're so used to having width and length, and all of a sudden now everything has to be quicker and shorter. So these guys have adapted well, though.
One thing we did expect to see from Eau Claire, and we have seen, is utilizing the running game. They utilized Aaron Dawson a lot. He was a name we highlighted in the pregame show. We expected him to get some carries. And in an Arena League that really values the passing game, he's got a few rushing attempts, and it really paid off early on, just getting those chunk yardage plays.
Yeah. Look, I think it's going to really pay off at the end of this game too, because if they can get this game close, they have the ability to run and pass, and I think that's going to be could be the difference in this game.
Seemed like a little later in the second quarter they were trying to chase those points, maybe going for a little more passes, but slow and steady wins the race.
No doubt.
Is that what they say? That's what they say. All right. So how about the comeback story? Eau Claire coming in on the road, their inaugural game as well. what do they have to do? They're down right now by 13 points. 19-6 is the score at halftime. Hot Springs leads. Eau Claire, what does Tay Brooks and the Axemen have to do to get back in this?
Yeah, look, I mean, it's pretty simple at this particular point. You got to try and got to come up with some more points, man. And right now, offensively, they're playing like they're up 2 scores, and they need to play like they're down 2 scores and move the ball around the field a little bit more. I know they got a game plan to run the ball, but if you're down 2 scores, you got to pick it up a little bit.
One player we didn't really see that much. Hear his name called, and the first was Joel Shaw. We expected him to play a big role in that offense. Number 7, we saw more of the tight end play, the big Will McSweeney getting a little playing time for the Axemen. Let's go over to the home team. Hot Springs, they're feeding off this energy from the crowd. What can head coach Bones Bagante tell his team in the locker room and really bring it out and keep the pressure on them for the second half?
Like we talked about last night, you got to go finish. You got to have the killer instinct right now. I know that's, hyperbole and all that stuff, but, you got to think like that. You really got to think, we got to go put these guys away. Not, play it, let's just play the game, and see what happens. You got to go put them away. If you don't, like last night, they will come back on you and bite you in the butt.
That was a 4-score game, comeback of the year, and it was only the first game. Anything could happen in the second half of play. We thank you for sticking with us in the halftime show. Riley Underwood, Tim Brown, we will catch you on the post-game show. Enjoy the second half of play in the inaugural game for both of these teams. It's exciting. It's the Arena League.
Oaklawn in Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
All right. Welcome back to Arena League football here on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by my broadcast partner, Tyler Chenault. And Tyler, I know Tim and them talked about it, but what an exciting first half. We got to see a lot of physical football. We thought we'd see 40, 50 points in the first half. 25 points in our first half. Are you at all surprised by that?
Man, just with how the league works, I'm surprised a little bit just that you didn't see more, but we saw good defense, and really defense on both sides. Where we saw our touchdowns and our points that were scored is whenever we saw some big-time plays. Right, a lot of times dudes were in position on defense, but the offensive guys, most importantly, Dilworth, he just went up and he made a play that really a lot of guys aren't going to be able to make.
All right, let's go down to Maya Ellison, and she's talking with Coach Brooks of the Claire Axemen. Go ahead, Maya.
Yeah, Coach Tay, going into the locker room, what was the message for your guys?
Just getting back to the basics. We got ahead of ourselves having a young team, these guys, they're kind of getting used to the arena game and everything like that. So the game not over, it's just getting started. If you know the arena game, 30 minutes is a long time of football. So, yeah, it's a whole new game right now.
Yeah, things can change. I want to talk to you about what are some things you're liking and what are some things you're like, hey, we need to kind of fix up.
Just the physicality. We're getting to move on the ball, but we can be better with that. We just got to get more efficient passing the ball. And just some of the things that we just got to clean up is the tackling and just being more consistent in the run game and on offense. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Coach. Back to you all.
Thanks, Maya.
Thank you.
So we talk about some of what Coach Brooks was saying in that first half. I saw you shaking your head a little bit in terms of the physicality piece and what they've got to do. What do you think they got to do to get back in this?
Yeah, I mean, and she has somebody he likes, too, and the physicality was the first thing out of his mouth. And 100%, they have been very physical. Both teams have been physical, but just from the first snap, you could see that Eau Claire, how physical they are and kind of how he runs that. And they just got to get consistent. They've done well offensively. They moved the ball, but then they hurt themselves. So they just had a bad string of plays that puts them behind the sticks. And I don't care what league you're playing in. You get behind the sticks, it's going to be tough. They've moved the ball 2 or 3 possessions really well, and then they stall. So they just got to be able to finish it when they get inside in that Bud Light red zone and finish it and get the ball in there because you're not kicking field goals. You're going to have to get it in the end zone and score touchdowns.
You talk about that physicality piece and just how difficult it is once you get inside what we would typically call your red zone area. But down inside that 10-yard line, it's so much harder to throw. You have a condensed field anyway. What are some of the keys to get this team into the end zone right now for the Axemen? If you're going to come out, obviously it could be a 19-12 game, the pick six taken off the board.
Yeah, I mean, you would hope that with how they run the ball, you would hope they would be able to run it in. But obviously they've shown us that they struggle. You said it gets condensed. We know the red zone in regular football, it gets condensed. It's tough to throw the ball inside the 20 when you have a 56-yard wide field. I mean, you're much smaller and much more compact places here. So you've just got to be able to run the football, make them have to stop the run so then you can throw something off of it. Quarterback may have to be able to get out of the pocket, too, make something happen.
I took a little bit of time there during our break and talked to a few of the fans around behind us. And I got to say, I think the folks are really enjoying it right now. I know I'm enjoying it. I know you've been enjoying it. It's been a lot of fun. Coach Bones said bring the energy. I feel like his team's brought the energy, and we'll see if they can keep that energy up here in this second half.
Yeah, I talked to Trip Keeter, and he said, I'm forgetting I'm supposed to be working. He said, I keep getting into it and screaming and yelling, and I'm supposed to be working right now.
So we're ready for our throw-off as Crockett will throw this one off to Devon Ford. And Crockett launches this one. Ford going to play it from the 1 across the 5. Makes a man miss. Across the 10. Bounces off a tackler. Another tackler. And trying to strip it out of there as he gets across the 15 to the 16 does Ford.
That's a good return, and there's that physicality that Coach was talking about. He's bouncing off guys. He had 3 guys bounce off him, and he kept moving his feet and got him past the 15, which if you get past the 15 on a throw-off, you've got positive yardage at that point with how their rules go. So he's got them in a positive territory from that throw-off.
So Gatson in at quarterback for the Axemen. Sweeney far side of the field, motion man right up the middle as Gatson follows him through the middle. Gatson trying to power forward.
That stayed up. He's close. He went down, but he's close to staying up.
That went out to the 21-yard line, and got a Wiseguy slow to get up here. I believe that's number 12, Rathel Carter, who we've talked about a few times. See if Carter.
Looks like he might be. Let's see how he goes this play. He might have to sub him out after that one. He doesn't look great.
They ran right at him on that last play. See if they do it again. This time they'll pitch it to Boom Williams. Boom, nice move inside the 15-yard line. First down, Axemen.
Listen, if I'm the Axemen, I'm going right at 12 again. He's fuzzy. I don't know. He hurt something, and he's limping a little bit. Maybe his shoulder. He's just got some stuff going on. That's where I'm going again if I'm coach.
That's a key, too. Obviously, you don't have coaches up in a box right now, so that's a huge key when you have your coaches down there on the field watching the action. They can really see what's happening. They'll hand this one away right side. That's Ford, and Ford inside the 10.
I think you're about to see Martellus come in. He jumped the wall, but he didn't get out there fast enough, so he jumped the wall back. Now he's waiting. I think they were trying to get him in there for him.
So a second down inside the 10.
Defense.
Gatson hands it away right side. inside the 5 to the 3-yard line goes Aaron Dawson. And that'll be enough for a first down for the Axemen. It'll be 1st and goal.
And, Steve, that's 3-4 plays in a row. They've run it to the right side of their offense, right at Carter, who they can tell is a little shooken up. And I bet you they're going to come back. I bet you're going to do the exact same thing.
Yeah, and you look at Carter, hands on hips. He is struggling out there right now for the Wiseguys. We'll see if they go to Dawson again. They'll motion forward. They do give it Dawson right up the middle. He's undercut at the 2. And a great job Carter in on that one amongst other Wiseguys, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
I think Cody Beck saved a touchdown right there. He's locked up with that center, but I think he's able to get a shoulder or arm out there that stops him. You'll see it right here, right there in the middle. Oh, yeah, Cody Beck, and then somebody who came diving in. Ford came diving in and hit him too. So Palmer and Cody Beck there together, that saved that touchdown. That was about to be a walk-in.
2nd and goal. Williams, they'll pitch it forward. Look at the play in the backfield by the Wiseguys.
Goodness gracious, that's Crockett right there. Came flying in there.
Yeah, Crockett joined by Trajan Doss. Doss, a great athlete. Doss played for the semi-pro Arkansas Punishers before playing here. I'm a little familiar with Doss. We did a few Punishers games throughout his time there. Doss is an impressive guy out there as well. 3rd and goal now for the Axemen. This is what we were talking about earlier, Tyler, that condensed field and the physicality. Pressure comes wide open over the middle. A great route there by Ford and a touchdown for the Axemen.
That's just a good little play right there. Just get him out of just sneak him in front of all those defenders right at the goal line. Good play by the Axemen, able to really step up, get it in the end zone whenever I thought they were going to get it in the end zone 2 plays earlier.
Yeah, very well, to your point, very well-designed plays. So it'll be – we're going to go for 2 here, down 19-12 as they got it backed up to the 10.
That's exactly what Coach was saying. We've got to come out. We've got to stay consistent, and they were much more consistent on that possession and able to punch one in.
So Gatson, motion man is Shaw. Throws it over the middle and incomplete.
We could have had one.
Our camera operator, she's clutching her chest over there as that ball made its way through. You know, I was joking while we were setting up. I'm wondering who's going to be the first one to end up on that riser over there with Ray Ann before it's all said and done.
Somebody's going to just come hang out. Get a better view up there.
I gotta guess if Dilworth's probably option 1 to potentially end up over there.
Based off previous what we've seen, right? That's who's going to be going over the wall.
So 11:14 to go here in our 3rd quarter. And, you know, I want to go back to something that Coach Bones said before the break. He was talking about all the delay of game penalties. And you know, we all talk about week 1. This is 2 inaugural teams. First time football's ever been played in here. So we're going to have some housekeeping issues. But I wonder, and you're seeing it now, there was a massive crowd of people in that corner. It looks like they've cleared a lot of them out. They've done the same thing in this corner on the other side of the field, and I think that's a piece of it so that they can see those play clocks in each corner.
Looks like they've posted a few arena workers and maybe wise guy workers around those things just to kind of keep it cleared out because you got to be able to see those.
So the throw off, this one launched by Holloway, caught, returnable by Bibbins, and Bibbins taken down as he crosses the 10. That's where the Wiseguys will start their first possession of the second half.
Joel Shaw, number 7 for the Axemen, laid the boom right there. Or brought the axe, if you will.
You guys don't forget, download the Fan Club app, join the Arena League for a chance to win a football signed by Tim Brown.
Ooh.
I'll be honest, Tim Brown autograph ought to go for a few bucks, but there may be a few extras in circulation after tonight.
They've
dropped the price a little bit. Now Ambrose looks left, just pitches it forward, somehow caught by Brown. What a play by Ambrose, doing his best Patrick Mahomes impression out there, just shoveling the pass forward.
He's worked the pocket a little bit like Patrick out there too, getting loose.
So 1st and 10 as Ambrose again, high snap, throws right side. This one, big hit as they're looking for Dilworth.
Dilworth just didn't have time to get his hands back down. He had to go up and kind of get that one. Before he was able to get his arms back down to his side to control that ball, he got the hit.
Yeah, great play. Cinquay Grant on that play.
Yep. That's what I was looking for. You got it.
So 2nd down and 10. And another high snap. They just flip it up over the top. Caught, dropped. And now
another
the whistle's
hit.
blowing. Boy,
Woo.
Bibbins took a shot on that play.
That time it was Joseph King, number 12, that came down. 18 brought some with him, too. Drew Robinson. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He got it from 2 different directions that time.
Oh, we have some intruders on the field. I'm not sure what we're doing right now. They're a little early.
A little miscommunication on the games.
Again, week 1, first year.
Here we go.
Now we're ready for football.
We'll get it there, just not time yet.
I think the boss needs a new office assistant to help her find the right time.
Radio's
DJ going crazy. Now he figures it out. Ambrose looking, scrambling up the middle, and flips it ahead.
Yeah, call it incomplete. Ooh.
We wanted Mertellus. That one falls harmlessly to the turf on a dangerous play.
Yeah, and that was the first one that we've really seen where Ambrose, he wasn't quite sure. He was in between running and throwing it right there, and those are the times that get you in trouble. Those are the times that leads to turnovers. Like that could have very easily been a fumble instead of an incomplete pass. You got to be able to make those decisions, and he's done it. To his credit, he's done it every time so far. That was just the first one where he's a little in between.
So 4th down. Ambrose drops. Pressure comes. Gets away from it. Throws it up over the top. Got his man. Brown makes the catch. And a first down, but I believe he was past the line of scrimmage. I looked up, and Ambrose, I think, was right around the 22-yard line when he released that. And I think that's going to be our call from our officiating crew here.
They're moving the sticks. Shouldn't be moving the sticks yet. Yeah, the thing is, it's the same. The intentional ground, or not intentional grounding, the illegal forward pass is the same. His entire body.
Yep.
Everything has to be past the line.
We'll see the replay here, but I think Ambrose was about 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage when he let that go. So it'll be turnover on downs. And so it'll be Axemen football. Coach Brooks excited as he brings his guys off the field, gets the offense on, and a huge stop, Tyler, for the Axemen there.
Huge stop. Ambrose put some really nice touch on that to get it over, if you will, the linebacker, if you will. The positions are a little different here, but just a little bit too far back. So the Axemen get it back. They get a chance to take the lead, tie it up, get within 2 points, or not take the lead, I guess. I don't know.
Coach Bones is, I think, discussing a review here. If he wants to get a replay review. I thought it was pretty clear. Here we go. Well, we've got it. You don't, but we have the shot of it. Line of scrimmage is the 21.
If it's a 21, from what we can see, it looks like he ain't all the way past it. Yeah, he's at the 21. If that's reviewed, I would anticipate that gets overturned.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Bones, I would review this.
And we've got the replay official looking at it right now. I don't know if it's officially in review. They've not announced anything, but
they've got a stoppage though, and I wonder if this is a booth-initiated review. I don't know how that actually works. I think each team gets one challenge.
I think you just challenges. They waved it off. They're waving it off.
And so the flag has been waved off
through review, I assume.
Well, I think we still have a discussion here.
And that's something I don't remember seeing in the rule book. Can you have a booth-initiated review, or does it have to be a challenge?
We want to give a big thank you to our team exclusive dental sponsor, Smile Hot Springs.
So it will be Wiseguys football as we'll get the call here from White Hat Landon Trusty. So a huge break there for the Wiseguys as the review overturns the illegal forward pass call, and a good job there by Coach Bones to,
if he did officially challenge it. See, it just talks about coaches' challenges. It doesn't say, I didn't read anything in it about booth review, so it must have been a coach challenge, which if it was, that was a great challenge, a good use of that by Coach Bones. Because that's huge. That'll be, I mean, Eau Claire would have had the ball inside, the 20?
Yeah.
There with the chance to either get within one, tie it, or take the lead depending upon the point after.
Now you flip the field back off a great fourth down conversion. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. 2 men in motion,
Okay,
Dorsey and Martellus. They'll hand it away. Martellus bouncing off of tacklers. And down to the 21-yard line goes Ivan Martellus.
And that one right there, you saw 2 guys initially start forward, but then he peeled off, got an injury, number 12 for the Axemen. He peeled off and he went horizontal. That's a little bit of eye candy there. You got to figure out who. One of them has to peel off because they can't both be going vertical at the snap, but you don't know which one's going to peel off.
Oh, that's 12. Joseph King struggling to get off the field. So King will get his way off, make his way off the field. We'll take a break here on the Natural State Sports Network. We'll be back with more arena football right after this.
Oaklawn in Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
All right, welcome back here to the Arena Football League on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. And I think we've got Maya Ellison down on our sideline with an injury report. Let's go down to Maya. Do we have Maya?
Okay, I can hear you
there
guys
you
now.
Got it.
Hey guys, yeah, a little bit ago, before we went to our media timeout, we saw 2 slight injuries, or kind of some things that I saw. Number 14, Ray Bibbins, was seen hobbling off, and we actually was able to get to the side where they were kind of tending to him, asking if he was okay. We saw him put his helmet back on, but then he hobbled, kind of holding his thigh, leaning over to the side. And then Cody Beck, number 92, is currently icing his knee. I kind of want to go over there and ask him what is going on, what is he feeling, but from the looks of it, it is his right knee, that he is icing. So we'll tap back in with you all in a little bit to kind of get an update on what's going on with the team. Back to you all.
I got to say, great job on your dance moves down there. We're watching you from here, having to try to move your way around. Great job.
Get around the guy with what I can only assume is chocolate on his face.
And they were offsides on this. You'll get a
Free
flag.
play.
Ambrose got to pick it up. He will. Ambrose dumps it off. Martellus, 5, 4, 3, 2 down to the 1-yard line.
They're going to keep that one.
It should be enough for a first down, I believe. It's going to be right at the sticks.
If not, it's 2nd and inches. But that's one, again, the offsides is just like in the NFL. They can let it play if they are not unabated to the quarterback. And I think the bad snap helped them to not be unabated to the quarterback and let them keep playing.
It will be enough for a first down. And so Ambrose looks to direct another touchdown drive here for the Wiseguys as we're under 7.5 to play in our third. Motion man, Dilworth. That's where they go with it. And Dilworth does not make the catch. We do have a penalty on the play here, so we'll see what that is.
Kind of came in the area of defensive holding.
And Dilworth pointing at our official Brad Ricketts back in the back of the end zone there, asking for a PI call, I think, and we will get a hold to you. Great job there, Tyler.
I got you. I mean, I told you. I know it's coming now. I think he was trying to come out of his break, and they just – it was slight, but it was a hold. He grabbed him as he kind of tried to break back towards the pad over there. And now this is where Ambrose just by default, he's a little less effective because he can't run the ball anymore, right? You know, we know he likes to run around and then tuck it and run when he can, but he can't at this point. So it's a little bit different change in game plan for him down here inside the 5.
Gotta hurry. Just did the snap off. Ambrose throws. Dilworth goes up. Oh, the ball kicked out of bounds.
Batted and then kicked.
And makes its way down the hallway over there.
I saw a few kids running after it.
Now that would have been a catch to make the highlight reels if somehow.
Caught it with his foot?
Yeah. We watch the replay here.
They say bat it down. He batted it down right to his toes, and then he kicked it out.
And that's a great play there by the Axemen defender. I believe that was McSweeney.
I don't know that Dilworth was ready for it that quick either. He got turned around a little late.
Actually, that was A.J. Brown Jr.
A.J. Brown?
Yeah.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Antoine. Motion here. Ambrose pitches it. Dorsey, and he is hemmed in at the 5-yard line. Talk about speed there.
Jacob Davies, he saw that coming from a mile away. As soon as that ball was snapped, he broke on it. It wasn't going to happen on Mr. Davies' watch.
And so now.
3rd down, right?
I believe so. It'll be a 3rd and goal for the Wiseguys.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a couple participating in the next contest, be sure to head on over to the entrance here where Missy, a.k.a. the boss, is. Get ready for
offsides again.
No, they didn't throw it. I guess he got back. You can get back as well. Can't.
Oh, what a play by Ambrose. Somehow he found
another fan gets a ball.
Look at our dance by Noah Smith, the center. He gets in on the party.
I think Ambrose, he wanted to run, and he's like, oh, wait. And I think as much as anything, he sold it enough to kind of get the defense to freeze, and he gave him a little pump, and then he got him right there in the last little foot or two of the end zone back there in the corner.
We got a discussion here. I think Coach Brooks may ask for a review himself. I think he might think.
He was past the line of scrimmage. I don't think.
Yep.
It was at the 4, and okay, let's see another one. Because the ball was at the 4 because they had lost those yards right there.
Here's our look. He's at the 5.
No.
Good job.
No,
what a play.
Yeah, no, he's behind it. That's going to be a quick one.
That's a great play by Ambrose there. One, to recognize and understand you can't run it as a quarterback in the rules in this league. But number 2, to recognize where you are on the field.
And he flattens out. Yeah.
What a play by Ambrose.
And then turns out Terrell Brown, he didn't throw the ball into the stands. He spiked it, and it bounced all the way up into the stands.
What a job by Jordan Ambrose as well as Terrell Brown to help his quarterback out and find just enough of a hole back in the back for the end zone. And so a 25-12 lead now. And Tyler, we talked about momentum coming out of the half. Axemen had it, but the Wiseguys have taken it right back here.
Axemen got it, scored a touchdown, and they really thought they had it whenever you thought you had the first illegal forward pass, and they threw the flag on that one. But big challenge by Coach Bones, get it back, and now they go in, they punch another one in, take a 2-possession lead.
I want to say a big thanks to all the folks watching us on the Natural State Sports Network. Hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast. Motion man here is Dilworth. Ambrose scrambles. It's away from trouble.
He's going to run it. Oh, no.
Throws, got a man. Tipped. Oh, Ambrose nearly caught it. And instead falls incomplete. It'll remain a 13-point lead here with 5:04 to go in our third quarter.
You know, that's when I thought he's going to tuck and run. You know, they do 1 point, so they started on the 5. Technically, to me, I don't know if it's inside the 5 or if it's the 5 or closer. Like, I wonder if he could run that ball right there if it's on the 5. Go to the quarterback play.
As we take a look here, silence is beautiful.
And it may be in when they go down and talk about the running lanes. It'll show there's a picture of the field somewhere.
We work our way through the rules here. Hey, we're learning this week too.
We're going to have a lot of it down. Oh, that's it. So it's towards the top. We're going to have all this down. We went through all of it. Yeah, right there. If the ball is snapped from the 5 or closer.
Yeah. So
he could not have. If they go for 2, the quarterback can run. But if you choose to go for 1, you're also choosing not to let your quarterback be able to run the ball. There's a lot more that goes into the strategy for these things and these decisions that these coaches have to think about that you've never had to think about in any other football game that you've coached before.
So ready to throw this one off are the Wiseguys. Going to be returnable by Ford just outside the end zone. Ford bounces off a would-be tackler, and he'll be ridden down. Helmet comes off. And down at the 16-yard line, and let's hope, as it's Crockett, the man who threw it off, who lost his helmet on the play.
Crockett throws that thing off. He gets down here quick to help make plays.
So 1st and 10, 4:43 to go here in our third quarter of play from the Arena League, the home of the Hot Springs Wiseguys.
The inaugural game for the Axemen and the Wiseguys. Not for the league, second year of the league, but first one for these two teams right now.
Gatson, oh my goodness, nearly took the handoff, but instead Williams breaks a tackle. And Williams pushed out of bounds, a short gain of 2 here. Again, great job. Oaklawn's Arena League field inside Banco ZK Arena right here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. The Spa City or Mob City is.
That's what it is tonight.
That's right. I got to believe the strip down Central will be party central between here and Oaklawn all the rest of the evening.
Especially if they get a big dub. Mm-hmm. Tear down a light pole or two.
Gatson, all kinds of time, and just throws it away. Souvenir on its way.
Oh, they're running for it.
Oh, we got kids diving for it down here underneath us. A great play. There was a rugby scrum for that one by a group of kids.
Oh, Eau Claire's coach is not happy. They looked like they had set up the screen. They might do intentional grounding, but he's mad. He had 24. Patrick McSweeney in front of him, kind of turned around looking at him, waiting for him to throw him the ball, setting up a little bit of a screen. It looked like they were trying to hit the wheel route out of the backfield, but it was covered pretty well, and then he just didn't see McSweeney standing in front of him.
This time it'll be McSweeney as your motion man. He'll move towards the line of scrimmage. Gatson drops, throws it, got his man, but it's a souvenir. It's wide, and oh no! What a catch! Tables go down.
He had one ball in one hand, and he caught it with the other.
So that's the dude. That's the young man that just went in the rugby scrum against the wall right here.
Now he's giving it to the kid that he beat out for the other one. Did we get a replay of that one? Let's see.
It might have been. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we get it.
What a play! Chris Goodman signed that young man. My goodness gracious.
He knocked all the popcorn. Somebody get him another box of popcorn, too.
I wore the appropriate socks. I wore my popcorn socks. So now motion. Blitz off the edge. Gatson, double blitz. Gatson somehow got it away. Ball's on the turf. It'll be ruled incomplete. And, boy, that was a mess in the backfield from the beginning.
Tell you what, the Wiseguys, 2 or 3 plays, especially big-time plays where it's a big play for the offense defense. They've sent corner blitzes, and Eau Claire's not seen them. Like they've come untouched, unabated. He didn't know he was there. He's able to make one miss, but then you had the guy coming from the other side. So corner blitz is something that Coach Bowens has in his back pocket. He likes to send on big downs.
So 25-12 now, 2:25 to go in the third. And a turnover on downs will give it back to Ambrose and the Wiseguys offense. And now you start to potentially look towards danger zone. As good as this defense has played for the Wiseguys, Gatson struggled a little bit back there at quarterback. And so Ambrose and Mertellus in the backfield here for this drive. Ambrose, snap, picks it up, rolls to his right, off the block of Smith, finds Mertellus a little behind him.
He is so close. He is so good at throwing that ball before he crosses the line of scrimmage. He knows. He is very aware of where he's at on the field.
So it'll be second down and 10. Clock runs under 2 minutes to play in the third. It's an important possession if you're the Axemen defensively. You got to get a stop here.
Now that's something else that you need to pay attention to. They can't huddle in between plays. That's part of the rule book, and they're getting close to a huddle right there talking to the coach, and I'm wondering if Coach Brooks is going to say anything.
Just get the snap off, hand it away, Mertellus. A lot of room to the right side, inside the 15, hammered into the wall to 10. That'll bring up a third down and about 2.
The wall has moved. The field is coming up.
Oh, no.
We got a Wiseguys chant going on behind us, too. You love to see it.
We're going to have to lift the sandbags over there to get that piece of.
Hey, that's just part of the Arena League experience, is all that is.
So 1st and 10, Dilworth, your motion man. Martellus gets the handoff off the RPO, cuts across the field to the 5. Inside of the 4, ball's out. And that's going to be Axemen football, I believe it is.
That looked like a little punch there. Martellus was fighting to get through, and we're going to get our replay now. Looks like, see who came in and punched it out there as he was spinning. 34 didn't punt. He just caught that elbow. He went for the wrap and grabbed that elbow, and it just popped out. A little loose with the ball right there. Got to keep it tight to the body, and that's less likely to happen. High and tight, as they've always say. Everybody's heard it, but it is important.
Yeah, great play there as Davies gets it out, and we talked about the importance of a stop on that possession, and that's a huge one. So Gatson with his motion man, Shaw. That's where he wants to go. He throws it length of the field. Shaw, and nearly intercepted. What a play as Vashon Palmer knocks it away.
Palmer did good. I mean, he was in stride with Shaw the whole time. He never felt as if though he was beat. He stayed calm, he stayed comfortable, and he played the ball and about brought it down with one hand.
Yeah, he became the receiver on that play just about. That was that throw just a little short by Gatson, and a great play by Palmer to knock that one down. 2nd and 10 now for the Axemen.
That's a defensive back that feels comfortable in his skills, that he knows that he's still in good position.
Oh, ball loose. Picked up. Can they get him in the end zone?
He got out.
Boom, got out, and somehow ends up out nearly to the 10. Or no, he is going to be spotted all the way back at the 2-yard line.
But nobody was ready for the snap.
So that'll do it for our 3rd quarter of play through 3. Wiseguys lead this one 25-12, and we'll be back with more of the Arena League on Natural State Sports in just a few minutes.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your Hot Springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Arena League football here on the Natural State Sports Network. I'm Steve Henson, joined by Tyler Chenault. So we head to the 4th quarter here at Oaklawn's Arena League field. Banco ZK Arena. We'll have another quick stoppage before we get going. But tell you, exciting stuff here through 3 quarters as both of these teams looking for their first ever win, both inaugural season here in the Arena League, year 2 of the Arena League as Tim Brown commissioner. We just had some issues with our
sticks were in the wrong spot, yeah.
Which is not hard to do considering they just hold up against the wall.
Just lay them there. You had the kids over there were holding on to it that time.
I think in Duluth they were actually clipping them to the top of the wall, so Chris Goodman might want to think about that.
Oh.
Look at the blitz right up the middle, got him, and that one thrown away.
He was out of the run lane, but was it past the line of scrimmage? I think it was, because the line of scrimmage is just the 3.
Yeah, that ball hit way over here off our stands below us. So.
Yeah, he was out of the run lane, which is your tackle box in the Arena League. So then it just has to go.
So it'll be 4th down, but Tyler, we've talked about Rathel Carter all night long. You know, he got banged up earlier, stayed in the ball game, continued to battle through, and right there he came just untouched at Gatson on that play.
He didn't look banged up on that one.
No. Now the crowd starts to get a little louder as Gatson and Axemen facing a 4th down. Oh, what a play off the line. Talk about bump and run. Throwing deep. McSweeney. Oh, my goodness. Crockett nearly had the pick. McSweeney had to turn into D-back. Looked like he ripped him down by almost the face
head.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
You don't want the interception there, though, because now you got the ball on the 3. But if we see that one will be an interesting replay.
I'd say McSweeney might have really hurt his team there by making that play. Oh, came down right on his head. It looked worse than it was. I think the worst part of it was the way he came down.
Yeah, they were just all falling. It's not like anybody did anything. But
so it'll be Wiseguys football now from inside the 5, 1st and goal. As Ambrose directs his offense back on.
The arena just called for defense, but we do have the ball. And the Wiseguys do have the ball.
Snap, Ambrose looking, wants Dilworth. Dilworth, another circus catch, goes over the wall, and give him 6. Dilworth does it again.
He's giving the ball away.
Dilworth's gonna make his way around.
Where's he
here
going?
He comes. Who's he looking for? He's going for Tim. You watch. Watch, here he comes. Nope, he's going to pass up. Where's he? He's just taking a route. He's just taking a route.
He's throwing it over here. They ain't
here
got no. Maybe he's got family over there.
Man, it's fun. Dilworth, how special.
Oh, there you go. Now
there we go.
Yeah, we found Tim over here. They found him.
Martillis, the one that comes over and dabs it up with Tim Brown. So Tim will have some things to talk about in post-game.
Listen, that's I think that's exactly what Tim Brown wants. He wants them to be a part of the crowd. Like him running through here, all these kids down here, I mean, they'll remember that forever.
Absolutely.
And it'll make them want to come back.
So Ambrose, now Dorsey in motion. They'll go for 1.
14.
Got his man caught. Conversion is good as Bibbins with the catch. And it is a 32-12 game now with 13-14 to go.
And that, if we have the view in that one, we don't see it from here, but they got their guy coming in vertical motion, and the corner or the outside linebacker, I don't even know what you would call him here, but he runs out to chip the guy that's in motion to slow him down, and then we just throw the ball and replace it right there where he just left. So it's a good design to get that guy away so then you can throw it underneath to 14.
Let's go down to Maya Ellison real quick. She's over in the Axemen, at the Axemen bench. I'm curious what the atmosphere looks like right now, as I know this one's starting to slowly get away from the Axemen, Maya. Go down to Maya. Sorry. Maya, can you hear me? Just curious what the atmosphere is down there on that bench as this one's starting to slowly get away from them. Having some technical issues at the moment. We'll come back to Maya in just a minute. I'm not sure. Some technical issues, but
try again later.
Maybe she's still catching her breath since we made her walk all the way to the other side.
Don't say we.
Okay,
She's waving at you.
I think we got Maya now. We'll wait. We'll come to Maya after this throw. It's just a second. It's Crockett. That is not Crockett this time.
Trajan.
Doss. Returnable for 4. Crosses the field to the 20, cuts back inside, breaks a tackle. Doss is actually the one that makes the tackle.
Big return.
And so it'll good field position here for the Axemen. Maya, what's the atmosphere like down there at on the Axemen bench?
Hey guys, we're all good. Can you all hear me?
We got you. Yes.
Might be a signal issue down here.
We got you now, Maya.
I see some head shaking. It's all right. So we are over here at the Eau Claire Axemen sideline, and it is, of course, not the same as the Wiseguys. We saw some action coming out of this small break. Aaron Dawson, number 21, he's currently icing what visibly looks like his left calf. The ice is underneath not on top of his knee, but more so underneath, padded with a green towel. We also saw a minute ago Patrick McSweeney, who was slamming his helmet on the seats. He kind of had to take a step over to the side, get himself under control, but it's Drew Robinson that's actually being a positive voice for the team. He's telling his guys, hey, keep your head up, let's get it together. Trying to frame out what they're saying through the music down here, but I can tell you that number 18, Drew, has been a positive voice for the team. And like Coach said, it's not over, 12:47 left on the clock, and hopefully we get some more sound and some more action from him in the next couple of minutes. Guys, back to you.
All right, thanks, Maya. Appreciate it. And Maya Ellison doing a great job as our sideline reporter here tonight. And to her point, the frustration obviously building, but also, again, you can score quickly in this league. So this is far from over. Gatson being chased, got rid of it. Nice throw as Williams catches it, whistled down. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down. But Tyler, I'm impressed with the throw by Gatson there.
That's a good one. He was running away again. You see him, he about got caught. Good catch. And that, again, you hit the wall, you're not out of bounds until you use the wall to give up. It's kind of there's a few different plays throughout here that it's up to the referee's discretion, and that's one of them.
Ball's loose. Gatson somehow held on to that.
I think Carter's feeling fine. It took him one possession. He got dinged up. He got off, kind of stretched out, whatever it might have been that was messing with him. He's good now.
Looking at Gatson right now, he is gassed as he's getting the play call from Coach Brooks, but you can just see it, just a deep breath, and now lost is where he is on the field.
If you're the Axemen, you're going to have to put somebody in between Carter and the quarterback.
Sinquay Grant now, your motion man. They throw to the right side. Caught. Broke the tackle. Breaks another one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give him 6.
Door.
Touchdown here for Joel Shaw.
And he goes to sit down right after he scores.
And just what the doctor ordered if you're the Axemen here is they needed a quick score, and they get it.
We do want to thank
trying to close the door back over there.
He may have bent that wall frame. I think he hit that corner hard, and he did. I can't get it to close right now. They're struggling with that. You can see the turf is bunched up behind it.
And they're moving the sandbags now. You better hold it close. Somebody's going to hit it again. 2-point conversion.
Throw it right side. That one low. Yeah. Skips off the turf.
Got to let him be able to work with that one. Even if he catches it, it's still short. Got to be in the end zone if you're going to throw it that.
Trying to get to McSweeney. So 11-12 to go in the third, but a much-needed score for the Axemen, Tyler. Is this one, as we talked about with Maya, starting to get away. The frustration over there, that ought to breathe a little new life into that Axemen bench.
And at least lets Eau Claire know that we're still in it. Mm-hmm. We're 2-possession game still. We're going to have to get some of those conversions after the next touchdowns for it to be 2-possession, but you're still there. If it stayed at 3, or even if you don't score there and it goes to 4 possessions, I mean, you're feeling like with the running clock until 2 minutes, like there's not a whole lot more you can do. So you had to punch one in right there, and a really, really good play by Shaw to break some tackles and get in the end zone.
We'll have our throw off.
See if they got that door to close all the way in just a second.
That doesn't look like they're working on it. Coming out of this short break after the touchdown. So our throw off here is.
Here we go.
Holloway throws it away. Caught by Crockett. Crockett.
A lot of white jerseys.
Nearly breaks free, but he'll be brought down at the 8-yard line. So, hey, listen, let's say thanks to our great camera operators as Avery McMullen up here on our main cam,
say
as
hi,
you see
Avery.
it next to us. Say hi, wave at the folks, Avery. Avery's focused. He's like, I'm not waving at no one. Says,
he's working.
And, of course, over on our other high-end zone cam, Wade Rainey. He's gotten some great shots there in our corner. So great job, Mr. Rainey. Say hello to the people. And on our far other end zone cam, Rayanne Castleberry. Great job tonight, Rayanne. She's killing it over there. Rayanne's the one that we kind of got to worry about whether she might get crashed into. And then, well, she's behind me, but our field cam, my wife Kristen Henson, she doesn't want to be on camera, so she hid behind us. Ambrose got to get out. He may not have. I think that's a safety.
The ball.
And, they're going to say it was out. Coach Brooks not happy about this call.
Coach Brooks has already used his challenge, too. I mean, his body was out. Now, was the ball out? I don't know.
Well, that's hard to tell. We'll get the replay here.
Yeah, the ball was in front of him, and his chest was out of the end zone. So that's a good call right there by our refs.
Well, it was Landon Trusty who was on it right over top of it. Great job by Trusty.
It's a big play right here, though. You're down here right up against it. Just going to run it. No, they're going to throw it.
Just to throw left side. Got his man caught by Dilworth. And smashed into the wall. Helmet flies into the stands, I think. We're about to find out if a helmet's a souvenir.
Oh, he's giving it back.
Good job. Great job by the fan there.
Raise that kid right.
Dilworth, look at this.
I would have took it and ran away.
Oh, what a shot.
That's where I'm surprised. They've been playing off all game. I'm surprised they don't scoot it up right there with how backed up they are because you know they're going to have to throw it early. I'd have scooted up a little bit, give them a little less cushion, and try and get that safety.
So third down.
Still over 10.
Yeah, long way to go. They need the 18-yard line for a first down. Ambrose looking. Scrambles left, breaks a tackle, got Dorsey over the middle, and a first down for the Wiseguys.
He's down. Right in the middle of 4 Axemen, number 8. Right in the middle of 4 Axemen. Just found that pocket in the zone right there, and Ambrose was able to put him on him after getting out of harm's way.
And Drew Robinson, a name we haven't said much of. Robinson, I believe, was one in on the tackle there.
Yes, no, 28 actually. 28 and 12.
And 28, of course, Antoine Brown Jr. Now Ambrose to Dorsey again. Dorsey makes the catch. Falls forward to the 20-yard line as he's taken down by number 2, Sinquay Grant. Grant has been very active on the defensive side for the Axemen.
Steve, we got people standing on chairs over here in the suites trying to be able to see over the wall.
Ambrose trying to answer the touchdown drive by the Axemen. Looking, pump fake. Back over the middle, caught.
Good
Bibbins
catch.
with this one.
Good catch by Bibbins because, as you said, Grant, he's been there. He's been around the ball a lot, and he's right there. I'm surprised he didn't try and get a hand in there and knock it down. He just kind of went for the tackle, played a little safe not to give up anything big.
I really do like Grant. He's been a big piece for this Axemen team. He's been fun to watch in the backfield or in the defensive backfield.
And I think that's somebody they talked about in the halftime show too that they highlighted playing good.
Ambrose away to Martel. No, Ambrose kept it. A lot of room to run this time. And now stacked up after about 5 on the play.
Stacked up and then driven into the ground.
Please direct your attention to the boss, a.k.a. Missy, with a special announcement.
All right, the fan club winner of our autographed football is Miss Melanie.
Special announcements mid-game. That's big time.
So, we talked about it earlier. Make sure you download the fan club app and get your chance to win an autographed football. And I believe that actual autographed football might be from the entire Wiseguys team. They were out there signing that football earlier. I think that's what that one is. Ambrose, a lot of room. He just opened up like the Red Sea as he's down to the 2-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal, Wiseguys.
There wasn't anybody there. It was the Red Sea with a little parting of the white as well. Nobody was left.
Look at that. What a job there. The middle of the field wide open for Ambrose. Now the strategy changes, though, with the rules.
Can't run. Ambrose can't run now.
We'll see if they give it away to Martellus and see if he can hit one in the end zone.
And last time they were in the Bud Light red zone, you had the fumble.
Martellus, your motion man. He stumbles. That messed up everything on the play as Martellus down outside the 5 now.
Which I was thinking about it last time we were in the red zone, and then there was the fumble. I would be interested to understand what Coach Bones or Coach Brooks thinks about maybe taking a delay a game if you're on the 2-yard line to get out of the 5, so now you've got more flexibility with the quarterback. How much difference is 3 yards, 4 yards in this situation if it means your quarterback can run the ball again, if you have a guy like Ambrose?
That is a great point, Tyler. Dilworth motion. Let's see if they go there. Instead, Ambrose to his right, throws it, got his man, and Martellus. Give him 6 as Martellus into the end zone. Wiseguys extend the lead to 38-18 with 5:32 left in our ball game.
Martellus said, I don't even need that block. He had a block, and he went around it the wrong way and still ran through the Axemen to get the touchdown.
And so now, as some of our fans starting to make their way to the exits with 5.5 to go and a 20-point lead for the Wiseguys.
Dorsey kind of carried him into the end zone with him, so good play by Lou Dorsey there as well.
They'll go for 1. See if they get it all. They had 4 to snap it. Got to hurry. And, well, had a lot of motion there. Bibbins took off well early. Maybe not sure what the thought process was there.
Yeah, just a lot of different things going on right there.
Give a shout out to a couple buddies of mine. Of course, good friend of mine, Chris Tapia, made his way out here to the game. We were talking earlier. He's from the Phoenix area and a big fan of arena football. And since he's moved here, he hadn't been able to watch any. So he was excited to be here. And now we're throwing pizzas in the stands, I think. I don't know what we're doing over here next to us. We got a box of something.
And they threw it?
Well, she's begging people to take it. Here it goes. Watch.
She's kind of close.
Whee! That one throws its way in. So
that's all you need is one to come open, and it all falls on the ground.
Now we'll go for 2. Ambrose scrambling away. He can run. Instead, right over the middle. Boy, that was a dot. That one bounces off the wall. He can return it. Yeah. Picked up by the Axemen and drugged down as that's number 20, Richie Murphy. And that's a great job by Murphy. Heads up play after he made the interception to return it. Now our officials have some questions. They're going to say incomplete off the wall.
Let it play.
Or I guess the conversion.
No good, yeah. So a couple rules we haven't touched on. One, you have to be down by contact. So he was down on the ground, but he wasn't down by contact. So we can get up. And 2, you can return turnovers on extra points to the other end to score the point. So, but since it did bounce off the wall, it was incomplete.
We're giving away some DeLuca's pizza. And again, I want to say a huge thanks to our friends over at DeLuca's as they provided our pregame meal for our crew as well as about half the stadium crew, it seemed like. At least most of all of our
the
officials.
Ones up here on our little walkway.
Yeah, but they've been great to us since we came down, and I appreciate Heather and Anthony over at DeLuca's. If you haven't, make sure. I don't know why you haven't. I mean,
you got Taylor Hunt over there, 13 for the Wiseguys, giving high fives to the kids in the stands. Who's that for? Palmer's over there talking to some folks. Talk to the kids. You'll make those kids week, month, year, and they're going to be begging mom and dad 2 weeks from now to come back to Banco ZK to watch the Wiseguys again.
And don't miss your chance to get out to Wiseguys football as this one will be thrown off. Caught, returnable. Ford. Making moves, makes a man miss, and Ford going to be drugged down, but not till he gets all the way down to the 10-yard line. Great play there on the return for the Axemen.
And the Axemen have had some big returns. That's one thing that Coach Bones is going to really be working on hard this next week of practice to kind of fix that throw-off and that throw-off coverage because the Axemen have gotten some big returns. They just hadn't been able to do a whole lot with them. Like we said, they struggle when they get down close to the red zone.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They were just outside the 10-yard line, so they can get a first down without a touchdown. Gatson drops, looking, throwing, got his man, caught by Ford.
I think he got in.
Yeah. Let's see what the call is, and they may spot him shy. And I thought he was in myself, but our officiating crew will spot him short, just inside the 1-yard line. Okay.
That's close. I wonder. The replay, it kind of looks like that knee might touch the ground a little bit early. Y'all just saw it on your screen, so it's close.
Now Ford motions back. They'll give it away. Boom Williams with the play, and he is dumped at the 4-yard line.
And that was 15.
Doss.
Yeah. He's the one. You said he was a punisher, right? Yeah. Big play.
Trajan Doss.
He's the smallest guy out there, probably just in terms of stature, and that's a big play by a smaller guy with who's on the field with him.
So 3rd down. Gatson rolling, throwing, tipped, and nearly a great catch.
Been wild.
And so that one falls to the turf as Gatson takes a shot. I guess who? Rafael Carter again.
Yeah, Gatson, he has been under duress a large majority of this game.
And you've seen the difference there. He's exhausted right now. He's having a tough time.
Breathing very heavy.
Yeah. Whereas Ambrose has seemed like he's thrived in that pressure.
Okay, here we go. All right, Cody Beck getting the fans going.
So Gatson here on 4th down. Hands it away. No, faked it. Back of the end zone. McSweeney
got him.
with
Good
the
play.
touchdown.
That's what they've been running the ball at you all, and we talked about it coming out of half. If you can get the run going, right, make them commit to it, and they committed to it, you get a little pop pass right there for an Axemen touchdown. Good play call. Good play call.
Great job there. And so that cuts the lead back to 14 here. They're going to go for 2, try to get it to 12. They'll run the clock to 17. Maybe run it. There it goes. So Williams in the backfield. Gatson drops, looking to throw over the middle. Got his man. What a throw. Caught, but slammed down. Yeah. Cinque Grant on offense this time gets hammered
by Crockett.
And Crockett and
Is
Carter.
he bleeding?
Yeah, I think so. Did he hit his face? Let's see, we got a replay here.
Oh, we kind of lost it, but his helmet came off. And he's grabbing his forehead. Maybe you can see it here. His head hits the pad.
Man.
Like his face hits the pad, rips his helmet off, and he's grabbing it like he's bleeding or something.
Well, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Maya Ellison. I know she's got an injury report. She just had Crockett coming at her after that, too. So
she might get another one.
May get another report for us.
Yeah, let's talk about what we just saw. I'm seeing number 5. There's blood coming from his eyebrow. It looks like forehead area. So the physical therapist, Miss Kelly O'Neill, is currently tending to him. He's currently bending over, players sitting him down in the chair. He's kind of just getting himself together, but I do see some drops of blood. But a few minutes ago, Lou Dorsey, number 8, was on the side. It was nothing crazy for him. According to physical therapist Miss Kelly O'Neill, it was a small cramp to the right leg. But as for number 5, he is currently getting tended to. Kelly is putting some gloves on, getting ready to look at what looks to be a gash. I do see some blood coming from the Kleenex and on his arm. Back to you all up top.
Thanks for that report, Maya. Yeah, that was a scary hit for Crockett as helmet came off and right into this wall. And the way the walls are they're a metal wall, but if you hit right in the middle of that seam, it's not going to give any. There is a good amount of padding. From your vision, when you see it on TV right now, there's a lot of ads. Well, there's padding behind all of those ads, but it's in an aluminum metal style railing that's over here, wall. And also you've got sandbags that are kind of holding everything in. So he may have hit an area where that support just didn't give. And unfortunately for Crockett, we got to hope he's okay. So the throw off is caught, returnable for Bibbins. Bibbins nearly broke free, but a great tackle there for the Axemen. He's going to be taken down around the 17-yard line.
And the thing about that padding, Steve, is it's padding, but it's not like you're laying down on your mattress. It's still pretty solid. It's no metal, right? But it's still it's enough to keep you from running straight into metal. But I mean, it doesn't give. It's not padding that when he hits it with his face that it gives a whole lot. It's just enough not to break a neck, I guess.
Mertellus makes his way from the bench. We got a minute 53 to go. All 3 timeouts left for the Axemen, though, so they can attempt here to get the football back.
Dorsey's back out there. He did come up a little limpy after that last touchdown.
Now Ambrose. Low snap, picks it up off the turf, throws it over the middle, caught.
Oh, good
broken
balance.
tackle. As that's number 6, Marlon Washington. Not said much about Washington. and maybe on the field right now with the injury to Crockett.
Getting some playing time, making something out of it. There's good balance there, staying up. You're going to see it on this replay right now. He sticks that hand down, that left hand down, keeps himself up for sure.
You know, and we've seen parts of this crew, Tyler, at the high school level, and they are very good about making calls when it's close to whether or not they're down or not.
One of the best calls I've seen, one of the best no calls, I guess, I've seen in high school football. Touchdown Hornets.
Yeah, you go back and watch on the Maumelle Sports Network. That's where you'll find Tyler and all during high school football season.
Shameless plug.
That's right, Maumelle Sports Network. This run by Ambrose. That's a powerful run. As Ambrose with another first down for the Wiseguys. That may be just enough for the Wiseguys to earn their first win in the history of the squad here as Arena football has returned to the state of Arkansas here in the Spa City.
There's just under 50 seconds left and 20-second play clocks. 2 more plays if they milk it right, and I'm sure it looks like they're going to.
Yeah, it looks like the Axemen are content here to let this one run out, too. They're not trying to stop the clock at all. Instead, they try to score it one more time. Instead, offsides, free play. They'll hand it away to Martellus. Martellus right side, broken tackle. Let's grab Ambrose, yeah. We do have a penalty. That's going to be the offsides, I believe, here on Big 59. Offside. Stephen Thomas. That penalty is declined. We'll decline it with 25 seconds.
One more play.
The clock stopped right now as Coach Bones has a few final words of instruction for Ambrose.
We'll have to wait.
20 seconds.
Now they can snap it whenever, and this will be the last play of the game.
Let's see if they go for the end zone here.
Coach Bones like to put those points on the board, huh?
10 seconds. They'll snap it. Ambrose steps forward.
Oh, you
looking like Tim Tebow instead takes a knee.
So you don't have to wait. It'll go. You could have taken a knee. Yeah, that's it. Coach Bones is telling him you could have just taken a knee. And as soon as you got it, just take a knee.
And that's going to do it here for our inaugural ball game for the Hot Springs Wiseguys as they are victorious. Your final 38-24 as the Wiseguys make their way around, shaking hands with the fans in the stands. And Maya Ellison's going to go effort grabbing Jordan Ambrose as he takes his victory tour.
You got to try and pull him away from the fans now.
Ambrose as he goes across here in front of us, and we'll see if Maya can catch him real quick.
She better run out on the field.
Make sure you stick with us for our postgame. Maya's that way. As Maya doesn't see Jordan behind her. There she goes.
She found him. Yeah. There we go.
So Ambrose, Maya Ellison going to catch up with Jordan Ambrose real quick. And we'll go down to Maya Ellison right now, who's with Jordan Ambrose.
Jordan, I was trying to find you. That's why I'm laughing. First of all, congratulations on the win tonight. How are you feeling?
Good game, good game. Say it again.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling?
It feels good. First, golly, I can't even talk. First team win. New team in the league. It feels good, man. Winning with my boys. No better feeling than this.
A lot of fans want to know, of course, it was a long road getting to here. First of all, of course, the first game of the season, the first ever professional football team in Hot Springs. What was the message going through that process leading up to game one?
Hey, we already counted out. I don't know if you saw on social media, it was 7 picks, and only 2 of the people picked us to win. And the message was execute and show out and dominate. And that's what we did today. Score is 38-24. We left some points on the board. We didn't do some things that we should have, but we're going to learn from that.
And you all are hitting the road. You all are facing Iowa Woo. They lost yesterday. What is the game plan?
And we got to watch film, and we'll go from there.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Maya. Appreciate it. Great job. All right, that's going to do it for us here on the Natural State Sports Network. And we're going to turn it over here after the break as we'll have our Arena League postgame show with Tim Brown as well as our Riley Underwood. Sorry. And we'll be back with our postgame show here in just a few minutes. This has been the Arena League on the Natural State Sports Network. For Steve Henson, Tyler Chenault. We'll see you next time.
Oaklawn and Hot Springs is home to amazing weekends and unlimited possibilities. Is your Oaklawn having a big night at the tables? Or a day doing nothing at all by the pool? Is it great food and great friends in the Oak Room? Or complete solitude in the Astral Spa? At Oaklawn, it can be whatever you want. Plan your hot springs getaway at oaklawn.com now, because your weekend and your Oaklawn is waiting.
This is my Oaklawn. What's yours?
Welcome to the Arena League,
where it pays to be a loyal fan.
My name is Lee Hofer, and I work at Eau Claire LASIK, and I've been here for 25 years. I think there are a lot of rewarding things about having LASIK as a profession. Working with young people that have defined goals, people that are 60s and 70s, and they find benefits too. But I think it's just the personal encounters, meeting new people, and seeing how their life continues from there.
In the quiet moments before dawn, champions are made. Every fan, every athlete, every moment counts. It's not just a game, it's a passion that unites us, drives us, and makes us strive for greatness. Greatness is wherever fans connect and call home. We believe in the power of the community. We believe in turning passion into action. We bring fans closer and transform loyalty into unforgettable experiences. Join us. Make every moment matter. Fan Club. Get your fans in the game.
Win number 1 in the book for the Hot Springs Wiseguys. They defeat the Eau Claire Axemen 38-24. What a game it was by Darren Levitt. 6 touchdown passes, and the win. Really a good first showing for Hot Springs.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. They came out in the second half and did what we talked about doing. They really put the hammer to them and got this victory. You know, at no point did it look as if Eau Claire was going to take this game over. You know, I think Hot Springs came out and did a very good job of being consistent and doing what they have to do to win the game.
We talked about it in the halftime show. You got to come out. You got to keep the pressure on them.
You got to do it.
That's exactly what they did. Heck of a game also by Aaron Dilworth, the wide receiver number 1. Those 2 amazing touchdown catches, and they weren't just touchdown catches. They were really impressive ones too.
He's going to feel that 10 years from now. I mean, some of the acrobatic catches he was making was really unbelievable, man. But again, I keep saying this: these kids are all in for this league and for this Hot Springs team, and it's really a pleasure to watch them play.
Well, let's check out the highlights while we're at it from this inaugural game between the Wiseguys and the Axemen. Starting off, we start with a beautiful catch. We're going to, What's that on your shirt? Oh, yeah, that's a snag. One-handed grab by Aaron Dilworth. Take the helmet off and celebrate. What a catch from him. That was one of 2 amazing catches he had today. Just short of the goal line for Terrell Brown, but he would redeem himself later. This one's going to be a quick pitch out to Lou Dorsey. His lone reception touchdown of the game, but then Eau Claire comes back. Kobe Gatson to Boom Williams for a touchdown. See that instant replay extension. Then a big hit. That's what you get in the Arena League. Helmet pops off. A.J. Brown Jr. delivers the blow. Then Terrell Brown, he gets his touchdown back. He was short the first time. Not this time. Another great catch by Aaron Dilworth. Just pinning it against the wall. That was a nice one, too.
Unreal.
Just a beautiful catch. See it one more time. That's a touchdown. Don't need any more eyes on it. I mean, we just keep watching it because it's such a good highlight. And we're going to see another touchdown. This one from Terrell Brown. That was his second touchdown grab of the day. Hot Springs holds on after halftime. Spike that one for good measure. How about this one? Loft it up and catch it, flipping over the wall. Aaron Dilworth That a boy. After that, he would run around the arena. He was taking victory laps, giving everyone high fives. So he was pumped up for that one. I was like, where is he? Where is he? We were looking out. We were in the box, and we had to turn around because he was behind us.
I remember when I had all that energy, boy. That was that was fun to see, but can't be duplicated, that's for sure.
And we saw a lot of passion from the other side, too. We saw a lot of that running game really working for them. We saw Aaron Dawson run it a couple times. Patrick McSweeney had a really underrated game at tight end. I think he chipped in a receiving touchdown. And really, from the head coach, Tay Brooks, you could see him out there, the passion. He was yelling at those boys.
I tell you what, man, he had fire in his eyes, man. And he was speaking some truth to those young cats, man, trying to get them going. And, look, this team is going to be tough, man. If they can get ahead in a football game and then be able to implement that running game, it's going to be very, very difficult because you're going to run time off the clock. You're going to beat up the defense. It's going to be really tough. But they've got to get a lead in the game if they're going to run that type of offense.
Boom Williams, the running back receiver combo, was the most productive on offense. 2 touchdowns for him. Sinquay Grant was the most productive on defense. He was pretty much a lockdown defender all game. A lot of touchdown passes, 6 touchdown passes for the Wiseguys. They weren't getting any on Grant,
not on him at all. I mean, he did an incredible job. You know, I think a lot of these kids, man, you know, they're dedicated to making this thing happen for themselves, and they're all off to a great start.
Rath Carter Jr. also a big defensive playmaker for the Wiseguys. There's a couple of those plays when the blitz just worked just right. Just get right in there, sack the quarterback. Happened a couple times. The pressure is big, especially when you only have one lineman blocking most of the time.
I tell you what, the blitz they had and towards the end of the game there really sealed this game for them. It was a great call by the defensive coordinator, by the coach, and you know they had no clue it was coming. Backside blitz, and it just blew up the whole play. And, you know, that kind of, you know, I can't call it scouting because they hadn't seen these guys play, but that kind of play calling, even on defense, is really remarkable.
So the real wise guy in this game might be the head coach, Bones Pregame, making all those play calls. But let's zoom out a little bit. These are 2 new teams to the Arena League this year. Both of their first game, obviously a success for Hot Springs. Just the fan support. I mean, they already knew the chants that were going. I don't know if they were practicing before, but everyone seemed to be on the same page.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, they got behind it pretty quickly. I think they were practicing before we got here. They must have been doing something, man, because they were on point.
And then for Eau Claire, of course, they have not had their first home game yet, but they will up in Wisconsin. It wasn't a terrible first showing for them. I mean, they competed. These were 2 completely different football teams that we saw yesterday between Duluth and Iowa. Just tell me a little bit about the differences, because I know I can break it down, but you can break it down a little more better than I can.
Yeah, you know, look, I just think that Eau Claire came out with an attitude of, we're going to beat you up. We're going to run the ball. We're going to play great defense, and we're going to beat you up that way. Like I said, the problem with that is if you get behind, you have to be able to flip the script and now, you know, throw the ball down the field, and they just weren't able to do that on a regular basis to be able to get this thing done. When you look at Hot Springs, I mean, they just played a good, solid football game. It wasn't really anything spectacular about what they did except these catches over the wall. But, you know, making plays on 4th down, making plays, keeping the ball alive. And they just played a really solid football game that can, you know, take them a long way if they keep playing that way.
And remember to download that Fan Club app to get exclusive experiences. We saw a fan win a signed ball from you today, and also there's an even bigger prize at the end of the season, Tim. I don't know if you were filled in on this, but some lucky fan is going to win playoff VIP tickets to sit in the box with you, so that sounds pretty fun.
Hey, sounds fun to me too. I can't wait till we get there.
So congratulations, Melanie Parker, on that Tim Brown autographed ball. So the final score here from Hot Springs, 38-24. They take the win over the Eau Claire Axemen. We're going to take a week break, obviously, as the rest of the league was, but we'll be back. Arena Game Day will be back next week. Next Saturday, we'll be in St. Joseph's, Missouri, between the St. Joseph's Goats and the defending champion, the Duluth Harbor Monsters. That one's on Saturday. Pre-game coverage will start at 6:45 Central. It should be a fun one. We get to see the reigning MVP, Boo Smith, in action.
I tell you what, I can't wait to see this kid. I mean, I hate that he's still in our league. I'll tell you that. I mean, he's good enough to be at another level, but we're going to get him there. We're going to do what we can.
All right, final takeaways from this game, Tim, before we head out.
Good, solid football game. I think both teams showed themselves well, and they can both improve on what they did and get better. And I think that's the name of the game.
All right, signing off for the Arena League. I'm Riley Underwood. This is the Hall of Famer, the Heisman Trophy winner, Tim Brown. Thanks for sticking with us. Have a blessed night.
Ambrose drops. Martellus picks up the block. Throw, fade to the left side. One-handed catch. Is that Dilworth?
That's
again?
Dilworth.
My goodness gracious.
I think I found
is Lou Dorsey. Ambrose, plenty of time. Finds his man open, and I think he's down at the 1, and he is.
He didn't get that.
It's the snap, pitches forward, and give him 6.
Lock in, tighten up, keep this momentum going as we see the Euclair Axemen. Look, they're coming towards the wall. We're trying to make sure as we see the Euclair Axemen. Look, they're coming.
Another high snap, corrals it, throws it, got Brown. He is hammered.
Oh my gosh,
his helmet came off of
He needs to.
Ambrose throws. Got a man right over the middle. What a throw. Brown with the touchdown. Looking, throwing, wants Dilworth. And another circus catch by Dilworth. Looking, throwing, wants Dilworth. And another circus catch by Dilworth. Looking, throwing, wants Dilworth. And another circus catch by Dilworth. Looking, throwing, wants Dilworth. And another circus catch by Dilworth.
I guess he got back. You can get back as well. Can't.
Oh, what a play by Ambrose. Somehow he.
I guess he got back. You can get back as well. Can't.
Oh, what a play by Ambrose. Somehow he. Snap, Ambrose looking, wants Dilworth. Dilworth, no circus catch, goes over the wall. And. Snap, Ambrose looking, wants Dilworth. Dilworth, no circus catch, goes over the wall. And. Snap, Ambrose looking, wants Dilworth. Dilworth, no circus catch, goes over the wall. And.